clicker. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
click.
Yes.
We're live.
Okay, yeah, I see.
You guys, it's Friday night specialty. Okay. I'm Tracy.
I'm feisty.
We have
I'm
special
Patricia
guests
Shannon.
and Savannah Marie.
Yes, hi, hello.
We are going to discuss tonight some topics that we brought up on our last video that everybody wanted to hear a little more about. So, the first thing that I want to do tonight is apologize to Patty Shevlin, because on our last tea time, I completely misquoted something that I thought she had said in a live video that she did in her team. So, Patty, I hope that you know that I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I am sincerely sorry that I misquoted you. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about your friend that you were referring to in the video, if you want to, and if you don't want to, that's fine too. But I wanted to give you an opportunity to not just tell your story about how we met, why you're here, but talk about your friend that we brought up on our last video. So everybody, this is Patty Shevlin, and she is going to take the floor.
Hello, everybody. And Tracy, I have to say, like, I honestly appreciate that. And I also believe sometimes, like, blessings in disguise, had that not happened, I don't think we would be here like this together. So
no, probably not. You're absolutely
at the end of the day, it was kind of a good thing, Oh no, what happened to Jerry?
She'll be back.
Oh, okay.
We'll find her.
Sorry, guys, I'm just sharing the link with people.
Okay.
But I'm still listening.
I am kind of thankful that happened, because it's like somebody at some point we needed to do this, right? Somebody with you had to do this, I guess. And Temple Run meant a lot to me. I waited 3 years to meet her, and when she passed away, I put my team group in a day of silence. Like, I didn't feel right training them. I didn't feel right. I'm hype about my business, but humans come first. And so when that happened, I was like, oh no, because what I believed is that people, I don't believe that God is the author of death. So it made me sad when she passed. And I'm just really thankful at the same time that you did say it again, and I appreciate the apology. Like, I didn't even ask for that. You didn't even have to. Like, you did that.
But I do, because my intention in speaking out about the issues that matter to me here in this arena are not to misspeak or put words in anyone's mouth. I sincerely apologize for that, because it is not my intent to do that.
For me, it's sounding kind of crackly. Does it sound like that for anyone else?
It sounds fine to me.
Okay, we're good? Okay.
Sometimes.
No.
Okay,
Oh, no.
Are we good now?
Let me, because I can't, it literally sounds like a robot. I wish I could record it and send it like to Jerry in the chat.
That's weird. It shouldn't sound like that.
It's better. It's better now.
Okay.
Well, Jerry sounds good. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to tell you, no, you shouldn't have to ask for an apology if someone misquotes you. It is my obligation to rectify that. And I'm sincerely sorry. I had a phone conversation with somebody, and I think that she took an impression away from something, because she was equally upset about losing a teammate. She was a former teammate of hers as well. So I think that in the moment, the description was just not clear, and I shouldn't have, because I didn't hear it myself. I shouldn't have even repeated it. So that's completely on me, and I sincerely apologize.
I thank you so much for that. And is it okay if I go next for an apology?
Yes, girl, please. I'm going to sip this tea.
Okay. So there is, I, as a human, am not perfect, right? And we all have emotions. And when we get angry, sometimes we act with the anger before, especially, I love God, but I'm not cookie cutter perfect at the end of the day. Okay. And a couple of weeks ago, I was angry. I was very angry that that basically everybody felt like we couldn't speak up, or that's how I felt. I guess I can't speak for everybody. I felt like I couldn't speak up at that time. And I had, with losing Temple Run, and because she was like my my girl, even though I didn't get to meet her. And then I had team members coming to me, asking me questions like, what's going on? What's going on? You know, that it really wore on my heart. And one night, in the middle of the night, I created a fake Facebook account, which is completely out of character for me. I've never done this before. And I called it Karma Chameleon. And I thought that I was bringing truth to light. And really what I ended up doing, which the account ended up getting suspended by morning. And I mean, I was ridiculous with it, you guys. Okay. You want to talk about petty? I was petty in that moment, for real. Okay. I mean, I'm figuring out where to point here, but Caroline and Tracy they could tell you, I literally commented on every video of theirs. Okay. And Geraldine, I actually posted videos of her that I didn't make videos of her. I had videos of her that I posted that I was trying to get other people to see. And now they did not find this out. Actually, Geraldine thought it was somebody else, somebody I really care for in my company, Paparazzi. And it broke my heart when I heard her name associated with Karma Chameleon, because it was me. And so last night, and when we were talking today, I openly admitted, like, hey, Karma Chameleon was me. I sent a screenshot of, the account was suspended. I didn't delete the account. It's probably a great thing, blessings in disguise. Okay. It was a great thing. It was suspended. I had a reply comment in my email that I used, so that I wanted to show that, so that it didn't look like I was taking heat for somebody. Like, it absolutely was me. And, anybody who knows me knows that I like to be honest, first of all. And I can't just let somebody take the blame for something they didn't do. And you also know what, well, you ladies might not know, but the watchers might know that at the end of the day, I've always said you reap what you sow, right? And so I did that on their profiles, business pages, business pages mostly. And a couple days later, which had nothing to do with paparazzi, I went live and spoke about God, which my followers, you probably know that, okay? And when I went live and spoke about God, my words were twisted. People didn't have the full story, and I got attacked in my comments for my beliefs, for the way I taught, for the way I said things. And so I kind of had an epiphany when I was dealing with that. And I literally told my husband, Ryan, like, I freaking reaped what I sowed. That's what I get for Karma Chameleon. Like, that's what I get for trying to be vengeful and hide instead of being honest like I am right now. Like we all are right now, showing our faces together instead of, so openly admit and apologize that I'm sorry that I hid behind Karma Chameleon. And I'm also sorry to the person that it was associated with, because I could not, that weighed on my heart so much.
And I'm sure someone will let her know. I don't think she's probably watching tonight, but I'm sure she'll know. And
Yes.
And we are not going to talk about that individual because I feel like she asked to be taken out of the equation with a public statement that she made. And I respect that she asked to be taken out of the equation. So we're going to just take that and let it go. Just out of curiosity, because I guess I kind of wondered when the post that said, we know the real truth about Tracy and Caroline. I was just kind of surprised because I thought we had already done kind of a bare all video. I was just kind of like, well, I don't know what you think, girl, we were pretty naked, but I don't know. Did you miss it? Like, I
did.
I didn't know who Karma Chameleon was, but I didn't know it was you.
Yeah, I did miss it. I spoke on what I thought I knew, like what I thought I heard. And then, I mean, you read your whole list of compliance emails just the other day. And, I realized at that point that I did not know the full, selective hearing when we're angry, right? for me anyway. So I did not know the full, because to be real honest, we've never had a bad encounter together ever. Like we've never treated each other angrily
No.
or not
And
respectfully.
I took your beliefs that you stated out of context based on the conversation I had, because I took it as a lack of, I guess, sadness about what had happened, whereas so many of us were so sad. And I
Right.
just thought that is such a strange message, but it was completely out of context. And that is not at all what you meant. So that is why I felt it was really important that I first apologize to you and then let, if anybody else was confused, because the person that conveyed it to me did not understand, I don't think, your meaning either, which is why we were all like, huh, what? Wow. Okay.
Right.
Tone deaf. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yes.
awkward. So I wanted to give you a chance. Because that's the only fair thing to do in this case. It is the only fair thing to do is to let you explain what you meant, because I don't want anybody to think for a minute that you did not love your friend and that you do not miss that she is still here.
Right.
So I don't want to give anybody
And I don't like
in any way
give,
don't miss her. Yeah.
right. And I don't like to give stories on things I really don't know fully about. Like, you and I never had a one-on-one conversation on what happened with the company, so I took hearsay with my own ears of selective hearing and put my own pieces together thinking I was right. And as humans, sometimes we're not right. And so it really bothered me that somebody else was taking the blame for my emotion, my anger, and I got it wrong too. And I just couldn't let you guys, I would not feel right doing what we're trying to do tonight without having openly admitted that, because I attacked all three of you and hid. Like, I hid behind a name, and when Jerry went live the next day and was singing Karma Chameleon, and then the minute I heard who it was associated with, my heart sank into my butt. I'm not even going to lie. I felt even more guilt, as a human. And, as a Christian too, I have to say, like, Christians are not perfect. Like, we're not cookie cutter perfect. So, like, a lot of times people are like, well, you're supposed to be Christian. Well, I'm a human first. Okay. I have human emotions. And so, what is Christian is being honest, in my opinion. Like, what we're trying to do right now, whether you guys are Christian or not, I don't care. I love you regardless. But, for me, being honest about something that you guys, had I not admitted, would have never known it was me. And that did not feel right for what we're trying to do here tonight. So I'm sorry.
Accepted. Thank you. Because we did not know it was you until you told us. We did assume it was the other person.
No, truly, we had no idea.
We did not.
It did not even go through my mind that it would be you, because we never had any issues with you and Paparazzi at all. Even when we got canceled.
And I think that it's important that people who've never had an experience with compliance as an active consultant, all of your compliance emails state quite clearly that you're not supposed to share that information with anyone else. So no one in your up or down line knows what happens to you unless you share that. And we chose not to do that because we really we were gone. So what was the point? Like, there didn't seem to be any point in explaining it. We were gone. We were done. And that was it. We made our choice and we were gone. I didn't, and truly the reason that we brought it up at all was because we know the real truth about why you were canceled. I'm like, well, you want to know the real truth? I'll read it out loud because no one really asked, because I didn't think anybody cared. But okay, here you go.
Mm-hmm. And I did listen to you read every compliance email. So that was after Karma Chameleon.
We skipped a couple that were just, somebody said you did mail the package, but here's the packing slip and here's the, the tracking, and we're fine. Cause we didn't read that. We just read everyone that dealt with, why we might or might not be canceled. I want to give you an opportunity too, because, I actually didn't know. Did you want to talk about your experience at the Paparazzi convention? I know you got there but did not get to see your friend. You missed out on seeing her, but did you want to say anything about what you felt like happened at that event? Or if you don't want to, that's fine.
I mean, me personally, I can only speak for myself. I can't, I don't represent, I'm a Paparazzi Accessories independent consultant, right? I'm a subcontractor, 1099. All I can say is, because I was pregnant back to back, okay, I have not seen these people in real life in like 2 years, and a lot of them I had never met before. And so only speaking for myself, I knew what choice I was making when I went there. That is only speaking for myself. Okay. But and I had a great time. And I'm not afraid to say that because I'm only speaking for myself at the end of the day.
No, I'm only asking for your perspective. I'm not, to be clear, we're not expecting you to be, nor are we asking you to make any statement on behalf of the company itself. We're just asking about your experience at this event, because we have heard from people who attended, but of course, Jerry and I are gone from Paparazzi. We are not consultants. We did not attend and would not have been even able to attend as compliance counsel consultants. We're actually not allowed to attend. Even if we wanted to go and say hi, we're not allowed. So I didn't know if, you wanted any, to discuss anything about it. And I'm assuming that you came back healthy. You were okay. So,
well, actually, when I came back, granted, I was in Mississippi, Biloxi, Mississippi, up until that, because I was dealing with a little bit of postpartum, and we came back a day early, and then I went to Las Vegas, and I felt fine when I was in Las Vegas, and fine the whole time. And a couple of days after I got home, I got sick, but I can't pinpoint if it was Vegas or Mississippi, honestly, because by the time a sickness shows up, this Delta variant, whatever it is, you don't know what the time frame is for real. So, and honestly,
but you're okay.
My family's okay. We're okay. Yes, thank you for asking.
Yes, because we've lost friends, and it's just I don't care why or how people get it. I'm just sad when people die from it.
Same across the board. It is sad what our world's going through right now. No matter what state it is, it's sad. It is sad. I think Jerry wants to speak.
Really? Yes.
Did you raise your hand?
Sorry, Jerry.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I'm about ready to put hearts and kisses all between you two. But yeah, if you see me looking down on my phone, I'm not doing anything devious. I'm actually helping moderate the comments in here and keep peace in the commenting. And I also
Candy Crush. Don't lie. Is it Candy Crush?
She's just like
I'm on level like 800 in Candy Crush.
I was, but I know you won't believe me because people don't believe my replicated account. But my Candy Crush got deleted, and I refused to start over.
Man, you just need your own server with your own passwords and stuff.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you're always getting deleted,
and I know nobody wants to believe it, but I'm not here to make everybody believe me. So I'm just saying.
You just have such a big following that Facebook's like, listen, we're exhausted. Give us a minute.
Yes.
No Candy Crush for you.
No crash. Okay. Jerry has the floor. Hit us.
No, and that's all. I just wanted to make sure people didn't think I was being rude or trying to be malicious or devious. This is literally, I'm looking at
I have mine up too.
At the comments because I was trying to be attentive. So I'm glad you guys are looking.
And before Jerry, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want everyone in the comments to know, for majority of you, this isn't your problem. We're the ones here dealing with this. We're the ones discussing this. So there's a lot of people who want us to say things, who want us to do things, but at the end of the day, we're the ones who stepped up together. So I just had to say that.
Exactly.
Sorry, Jerry.
No, I totally agree. Oh, and I do have, so there was a discussion between Patty. She asked me to call her Patty. So if I slip and say Patricia, it's just,
that's okay.
People call me Geraldine, right? So I had a discussion with Patty, and I told her she can completely come live and show it if she wants, but I'm assuming other people had seen it, and I can show proof that I did talk to I literally have a team of admins for my pages, and you can't imagine how big my team is. And because they are big, I have a lot of moving parts on my pages. And there was a post that went up, and of course, in the beginning of the conversations, Patty and I were not super happy with one another. And I'm like, I literally don't know what you're talking about. She's like, well, I don't believe you. And I'm like, well, I don't care if you don't believe me, but I don't know what you're talking about. If I posted on somebody's post, I will tell you I freaking posted on somebody's post. She showed it to me and I said, that was not me. And if somebody did delete it right away, I could bet you it was one of my admins who said, crap, I'm under Jerry's. As soon as they like see my icon or realize what they did, they deleted it. So between all of this stuff I had today, I had a conversation with my admins. You need to be very careful when you use my page, and you can't forget you're on my page when you're working under my name, right? And for those of you who don't have active admins on a very busy page, you can believe me or not believe me. And if you don't know me, I don't care. But
I believe you actually, because I have a lot of admins.
What was posted on there, first of all, the way it was even worded is not me. Is not me. It would have been worded much differently. And I would never post something hideous like that on something shared on somebody's, I don't even want to say, you know what I mean? That's not me. That's not me.
And I actually, I do believe that because of the way it was typed, I was, it didn't sound like you. And speaking from somebody who does have employees now who are logged into my Facebook. Now, I have very little employees, so it's less likely for that to happen. But if anybody else has multiple login accounts, let's say, like, for example, my employees not only have my Facebook, but they have their own Facebook. So when they think that they're scrolling through on their Facebook, they are in fact not. And so that would make sense why the comment was there. And we don't even have to read the comment. All you have to know is it was just not meant to be there. Okay. But that comment triggered me because it was on where someone who I cared about, you know.
It was poor taste, and that's not something I would do. I just wouldn't. I don't hit that low. When I hit straight for you. I don't hit that low. That was gross. And so,
and honestly, another reason why I believe you is because you didn't comment like that on anybody else's stuff, you know. So it makes sense. And
I
at
don't,
the end of the day,
fact, real quick, I'm going to tell people they can again believe me or not. There's videos out there I still haven't watched because I don't have time. I don't go look at the video Patricia just did. I still have not seen it, which is good, so I don't react in anger. I have not seen Taylor Kirby's last video. I have not seen the apologetic video. Everybody sends it to me. I don't have time to watch those videos. I run a very huge business, whether or not people want to think I'm broke after paparazzi. I'm not, and I'm busy. And so I don't look at these things, and I don't look at other people's posts either. That's all just Facebook playground stuff for me. I'm doing other things, and I'm not going to certainly comment in something like that. Now, I can't speak for my admins. Maybe they would. Maybe on their personal pages they would. But I held them accountable for whoever it is to please you. This is a job, and you can't do that under my name. That was gross. It was gross.
Right. And you know, we have there's so much, like, for example, I everybody in the comments, just so you know, like, I told Tracy and Caroline, like, in 2 days I watched or listened to almost 5 hours worth of videos between the two, you know, like Tracy and Geraldine. Like, that's a lot of time. Can we just talk about how much time this has taken away from being effective in our lives, separate from this? Like, I've only been involved for 2 days, and it's too much time for me. So Jerry, I don't blame you for not being able to listen all the time, because it's just too much.
Sure.
And now I know, like, there's probably a lot of people in the comments that are like, what is this? Like, why is this happening? At the end of the day, I mean, this is not anyone in the comments. This ain't your problem. Like, a lot of times when there are problems, and like what's been happening, like, had I initially gone to Geraldine and Tracy without, you know, making that Rumble post, maybe this could have been done a long time ago. Okay, we could have had a one-on-one conversation, but what happens on social media is when we get angry and we feel like we can't do that, like we were we at a good point enough to talk like this at that time? For me, probably not, So for me to just make a public post, it's just tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat. So at the end of the day, like for those of you in the comments, who, like somebody said, like, why go live? Why not? Why not? This is taking up so much time. And at the end, if you have, I feel like this proves for the world right now that when you have problems with someone, if you just address it where the source is, so now I'm not saying it's easy with everybody. I literally basically begged Geraldine to talk to me, right? And she stood firm, because I don't want her to, and which I did not ask her to ever change what she believed or what she thinks, or I didn't ask her to stop sharing her experience with the company, but at the end of the day, my issue was mostly with her. And so I was trying, I may be late, and many posts and videos later, finally today we got to have that conversation, and as adults, I feel like that needs to happen a lot more often, and instead of tit for tat. But that's just my opinion, my perspective,
Yes. Now, you mentioned that you feel like it takes up a lot of time. And I understand that as a current consultant, what we're talking about is probably difficult because you lost a personal friend.
Mm-hmm.
And it is great to talk about things. And it's interesting that you say that. It's great. You want to hear from. Our biggest problem with all this has been that the host of the event never said a word. And we've gotten multiple reports and screenshots and I'm talking about, we did another video with receipts. People saying, don't talk about the event. Don't talk about the event. We're not talking about the event. We're not talking about the event. Were you ever told not to talk about the event?
Never. If you go to my Facebook page, I actually didn't remove my posts at all, because I was never asked to, never advised to, nothing. Like what now from, I don't want to speak on behalf of people, but what I will say is I have friends who felt like they were afraid to be on your radar. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't want their name a part of it. They didn't want to be next on the chopping block. So those I know who did remove certain things did it on their own free will to protect themselves, their reputation, because everyone's entitled to their opinions. They were trying, the ones that I know who did that were trying to be precautious within themselves. Like, hey, I don't want drama. I don't want anything to come near me at the end of the day. Now, me, I didn't care. Like, I was kind of like, come for it, like, come for it. It is what it is. Like, but see, I feel like I can handle, like people like us, we can handle this kind of stuff without letting it get too far out of hand, like between all of us and how we're dealing with it right now. As far as like some of my friends or team members who had removed their stuff, from what they've told me was simply, Patty, I don't want to be next in the chopping block, so I'm just being proactive here. But nobody asked us, not anyone that I know asked, and especially not the top, or like, the founders, nothing like that, ever. Go ahead, Jerry, sorry.
I find it interesting that you're calling it a chopping block when all we're really doing is pointing out that there was a mask mandate in the city of Las Vegas and people didn't follow the mask mandate. Right. I didn't ask for anyone's vaccination status, nor did I chide them for that one way or the other. I did, however, point out the hypocrisy of not following the law in a city where people went for an event. And people have come back and said, oh, I took my pictures down. You can't prove anything. Well, you put them up first and screenshots are forever. And I'm not the first person to make that statement either.
I
If you
said that
don't want to be
yesterday.
held accountable,
Yeah.
then you probably should take the evidence down off the internet, because I really don't appreciate hypocrisy. If you made a choice, stand by your choice. Don't take your photos down and hide because you're afraid. I don't have any authority to chop anyone on a block. I
Right.
can't
And
have
and
anyone
honestly, like
fired.
that's just the I don't
I'm just
even.
saying,
Yeah.
if you did it, don't tell me you didn't do it. Don't stand there like a toddler and scream at me, but I didn't do anything wrong, but you're not wearing a mask in your photos.
Right.
You're already guilty. I don't have to prove anything. That photo does it.
Right. And I think,
but,
and
yeah.
you know, in our side's perspective, you know, we're watching you like put our company in the limelight in a negative way. So it was like, okay, at the end of the day, I can't say I felt like, well, you guys represent this other company that, yes, they may have held their convention in a place where there was not mask mandates, right? But one quick,
wait a minute.
easy.
I don't represent any company, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
not
I
me.
wasn't sure. So I was referring, so I actually thought that you both did. I really wasn't sure about you, Tracy. So sorry.
Are you
But
talking about Jerry's Bellamy
yes.
company? Okay.
Yes.
Jerry, would you like to address Bellamy's
Yes.
I would
event?
love to. Yes. Let me finish this message. Nothing to do with it.
Can I interject real fast? I was reading a lot of comments and people are asking me to talk. I just want everyone to know that I'm just here to mediate. I'm not here to argue or state any opinions or anything like that. I am here in case things get spicy, to keep things
feisty. Savannah Marie, feisty.
Okay, feisty. If things get too feisty in Feisty's little life down there, or anyone's life, it does not matter what my personal opinion is on MLMs or whatever. I'm a neutral party in the beef, kind of. So I'm here to keep things like that, and that's it. I'm not here to argue. Okay, continue.
And look cute. Savannah Marie just always looks cute.
Yeah.
Seriously, that eye makeup, I'm jealous. So jealous.
I would love to talk about that. And I'm going to tell you what I've said, screaming from the rooftops from video 1 until a video 2,223,000. And that lets you know how much I will not shut up. Paparazzi was negligent in not offering virtual, in not giving back monies, and not offering convention pieces to people who did not go to a sold out event, when in fact, very bad stage 2 Delta variant hit in Las Vegas, Nevada. Not only all over the United States, but Las Vegas, Nevada specifically was the #1 hotspot at the time. Okay. That is my passion, and I will continue to do so. There is safer ways that could have happened. Absolutely. And for there to be a question and answer put out by paparazzi themselves, saying that they are expected that all staff will follow all CDC guidelines. And in case you guys want a recap of the video, Savannah Marie has it up, and thank you for capturing that for me before Facebook deleted it. It was not me. Facebook has a habit of just randomly deleting my videos, even though Jerry's a liar. Okay. I wanted that video to stay up, and I wished I had as much passion to repeat it. Okay. I stay strong on my belief on how I feel that they are negligent in what they did and the pressure they put their consultants under to attend. And I get everybody's rhetoric about it. We're all adults and we can go back and forth. And if you want to catch any of my videos, I have it all there and how I feel about all of it. So let's talk about Bellamy, because everybody says I'm a hypocrite. #1, Bellamy. I didn't go to the Bellamy conference because, unlike other people, I feel like I have responsibility. This is just me. I have a responsibility to my employees and my staff to stay safe during this pandemic, because I also feed families with my business. Okay. So I did not go to the Bellamy conference. #2, Bellamy did have their conference in a state that did not have any mandates in place at the time. However, they did have the conference there. They took extra precautions, knowing that people would not feel comfortable going, to include a virtual. And I'm not bragging, but the virtual was freaking amazing. And they promised that everybody would feel like they were part of the conference. Not only did they offer the virtual, they did not keep any exclusivity away from the people who were virtual. They offered anybody at the very last minute to either get money back or transfer tickets to any way they wanted to go. They rented rooms 3 times the size of what was needed to capacity. So if you wanted to social distance, that was there for you. They offered comfort bands in different colors, so that way you could tell people based on what your color band was, if you wanted social distancing, if you wanted to hug, whatever it was. There was like 3 different colors. I'm green light, go slobber all over me. I'm yellow light, look at social distance. I'm red light, you need to just stay back, and I am totally freaked out by COVID. Which is very commendable for that company. They also gave out masks that were actually, some people went just so they can get the exclusive Bellamy masks. Now, I was very concerned when I was watching it virtual because, and it's their choice. At this point, this is now an adult choice. This is me, okay? At this point, this is now an adult choice, if you go or not. So I can't be mad at everybody who was smooching all over each other. That's now their choice to do that, right? I was still kind of freaked out a little bit. I'm a little freaked out about the COVID thing. Not gonna lie, okay? This is a serious pandemic and people are dying, as you know, because we have had deaths from the paparazzi convention. So I was freaked out. And I do have a relationship with that founder. Shocker. Yes, it can happen in a real multi-level marketing company. And I expressed my concern. And she said, you know, we took all steps necessary, Jerry, and I appreciate that. And that's why we offered the virtual. And I'm going to go one step further. I didn't expect to get any awards at the Bellamy conference at all. They made sure that I was there on video chat to be walked up on stage with the people standing in as the recipients, so that, and my name still went in light, so that way I felt like I was receiving those awards. So anybody else who wants to talk anything else about how I'm a hypocrite, get your facts straight before you shoot off the mouth.
Can I rebuttal to that, which I'm not calling you a hypocrite. What I do want to say about the being forced, and also, so yeah, so you said, you know, people made a choice to go to the Bellamy. Same with Paparazzi, okay? There was, if you search Bellamy Convention on Facebook, you can find top leaders who were sick when they got home. And one second, I'll let you speak, Jerry. You say that people were forced to receive their rewards. People were forced to go, they would not get a refund. And I wasn't not listening. I was listening the entire time, but I had to pull up my emails because I don't delete anything here. And let me see. This email is from June 2nd. And oh wait, actually, can you give me, you can talk, Jerry. It's actually, there's an email earlier than this where we found out when convention tickets were going to be put up on sale. The website was already made and the frequently asked questions were already there and answered. So if a consultant wanted to go, there was ample amount of time to make the decision on buying that ticket. And you can talk and I'll find the exact date. Perfect. When that email came out, okay?
I appreciate that information, but it still makes it even kind of worse because on that question and answer that you say was posted at the time that I want to strongly say that's not possible. Let me tell you why. On the question and answer that I read on the live that I did so passionately, it literally talked about the CDC mandates that were just updated for July 30th in effect. So that is impossible that was the same exact question and answer without altering that fact. Number 2, it was not an adult choice when they will not offer refunds and or a virtual. Number 3, Paparazzi as a responsible company should have recognized the Delta variant and people who could not truly afford to lose those monies on that ticket. And you know, Patty, not everybody makes the same commissions you do. People don't roll in the money that I have. There's many people in Paparazzi who barely live toilet paper piece to toilet paper piece. And a $245 ticket is a lot of money to them, even though the founders don't want to recognize that. So I strongly disagree with the fact that that's the same Q&A that was posted when those tickets went on sale. It was, in fact, revised, and the questions and answers were still the same, acknowledging the brand new CDC mandate.
So, which, at the end, I am okay with you disagreeing. I'm okay with you having your own opinion. That's not what I'm arguing. For the audience, May 17th, we got the email that registration opens within 24 hours. So May 18th is when tickets actually, the first round went on sale. May 5th is when we got the email that tickets would be on sale. Okay. And, the convention was held the first week of August. So May, June, July, August. So 3 months. We had more than 2 weeks. And then July 28th, we received an email as consultants, mask mandate in Las Vegas. So we were notified before the frequently asked questions were, I don't know when they were updated. I honestly, I didn't pay attention. So May 5th, May 17th, July 28th.
Okay. And so I appreciate that. I do. So it still states that, and I still state my strong belief that Paparazzi was negligent in the fact of not offering refunds. So when you first buy that ticket, you don't know that a Delta variant is going to sweep through the United States stronger than even the COVID was, right? It was more deadly, basically, and more strong than the COVID virus was. It was worse. So nobody knew that that was coming. So 3 months ago, I buy my ticket, and now I have the Delta variant, and I honestly am scared to death because I barely skipped the COVID issue, and I have health issues, and I feel now I have to be all in for this, and there's no refunds given. That's a lot of peer pressure, and I can guarantee you, people who have more funds in their bank, like you and like me, we cannot even relate, because I can, and I know how you grew up, Patty. So go back to when you didn't have money, how much that would mean to you by giving up a $245 ticket, not to mention rooms or anything else that you had planned to go to that convention. It was not just an adult decision, and I will go down in flames saying the same thing for 5 years from now. Period.
Like, my opinion on it is, even when I had no money, if I was worried for my life, that's worth more than $245.
And that is a very easy thing to say, Patty, when you know.
You could say it, like, what you could say.
I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm gonna say.
Well, I would like to interject with a thought at this point. You're saying, Patty, that, people who were worried for their life, $245 wasn't worth it. But those people were also assured that event would follow all CDC guidelines. And what happened in actual fact was that CDC guidelines were not followed. In fact, it looked from the outside looking in at all the videos and pictures posted that even had the event staff attempted to maintain the CDC guidelines, the attendees were not following them. So in an event the size of that convention, with 22,000 tickets sold, the event center held very close to that number of attendees. There was no social distancing possible in the arena where people were expected to attend general sessions and concerts. There was no social distancing. The mask mandate maybe they made their best effort and it just could not be enforced. Also, though, let's be real, the owners, founders, and event staff were unmasked in hundreds and hundreds of photos. We have had statements from attendees at the Black and White Gala, for example, who went backstage to line up to receive their award, that everyone standing backstage that was involved with the event staff unmasked.
Correct.
There was a CDC guideline and a mandate in place for that city that said put a mask on indoors, and it was not enforced.
Correct.
Now, whether you believe in vaccinations or not believe in vaccinations, the way that virus is spread is through aerosol droplets in the air. They travel a certain distance when someone coughs or even exhales. If someone is right next to you, chances are, if you're ill, your exhale is going to hit them. Your viral load depends on how many people with the highest viral load come in close contact with you. 22,000 people in a room is pretty difficult to keep separated when there's only 25,000 seats. Again, I would like to point out that while all of those people made decisions to go, their expectation was, and the company made a statement that CDC guidelines would be followed, and they did not do that. So I asked you about your personal experience because I thought maybe you had a different perspective, but I don't want to put you on the spot because you absolutely are an independent consultant and do not speak for the company.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm glad that you came back and that you, even though you became ill, are fine now.
Right. And I can't speak on a lot of what you're speaking on because like I was only there for 33 hours. So I did not see actually anyone in corporate besides from my seat to the stage. And at the end of the day, now what I did see is all of the staff that was working throughout our events, the security, everything like that was actually MGM employees. So paparazzi staff was not walking the floor anywhere I could see, because like, I don't know about pictures or anything like that. I wasn't there for that part. What I will say is from what I saw in the 33 hours was when I went into the arena, that was all MGM staff. It was all MGM staff throughout the casino floors. So, I mean, really, you know, I can only speak on what I saw. I didn't see, you know, and you've been to paparazzi events. It's not really where people who are in corporate are so loved that they can't really make it from step to step to step. And so MGM actually controls all of us. I don't know if you were at convention 2 years ago. I think you were, where like we kept having to move our lines, move out of the way. Like the staff of the MGM is the one who runs all of that from when I experienced it in 2019 and my 33 hours there. But beyond that, that's beyond my knowledge. I have no idea. I personally did not see anybody in corporate in that 33 hours because I was busy with team members, besides from stage.
Oh no, and I completely agree with you about the large size of the crowds, which actually makes my point further that paparazzi should have expected exactly what happened.
I didn't say anything about the size of the crowds. I said I saw it from the crowd. That was all.
Okay. And I just want to emphasize, and although Tracy already said it, the expectations were written by the company themselves. And it said it over and over again that all staff were expected to follow all CDC guidelines. And
I can't speak on that because I don't, well, my experience is different. I'm sorry to interrupt.
And that's okay, because I can actually, Patty, since we can send messages to one another now, I can send you that latest CDC guideline where it absolutely says all staff members will be expected to follow all CDC guidelines. And they actually mention the mask mandate for July 30th and how they will be expected to follow all CDC guidelines. This is written by the company. None of the pictures I saw, and there could be one floating around, but I saw one on the chin. None of the pictures I saw, none of the founders with any of the consultants had a mask on. So they themselves are not even following the very own guidelines that they're releasing for their company. That's negligent.
I can't speak on that again because I didn't experience that firsthand, you know? So, I mean, at the end of the day,
people that you interacted with masked up? Were the people you interacted with, wearing masks?
Everybody had masks hanging. They would remove the mask to take a picture. Now, some people did not, but me, I went there with my own choices, you know? So I can't speak on who has masks and who doesn't have masks because, like I said, you're entitled to your opinions. You were not
Oh,
there.
no. Absolutely entitled to an opinion.
Yes,
But
yes.
I think that whether or not people were wearing a mask is literally a fact. It's not an opinion.
You
It's not,
weren't
do you
there.
like
You
masks or
weren't.
not?
You
It's, were
weren't
you
there
wearing them?
either. Neither one of you.
No.
Actually,
But I've
right.
seen thousands of photographs. And my
You think the
question
photo-
to you was
You
just
don't
the
know how
people you
long those masks.
experienced.
You don't know if it was just for the picture because you weren't there. So
But
at the
if you're
same
not eating or
time, you have no
drinking,
idea.
if you're not
Can we
eating or
let,
drinking, there
Jerry
is no
Sorry.
mask mandate excuse.
Let's let Jerry talk.
Okay.
I'm going to say this very calmly because Tracy, breathe. Whether or not I was there, by Paparazzi's IG account themselves, they're so proud to show all of those pictures of all these people with zero masks. Now, let's not even talk about the crowds because everybody's saying you can't control people. So I'm going to go back to the founders who can control their actions, who in fact wrote those CDC guidelines and knew what was written, and they themselves don't follow their own policies. Every single picture I saw, I don't care if it was just for a picture. If you are cheek to cheek with somebody, you are not following CDC guidelines, period. I don't care if it was for 2 seconds, 10 minutes. However, most of those pictures, you don't even see a mask in their hands. So the fact is the fact. They're not photoshopped. I don't think that anybody's going to take all that time with all their IG and all the consultants blasting the pictures all over the place. It is a fact. Whether I was there or not there, or all the other people who saw all the facts were there or not there, it's a fact. You do not have to retort on it because I don't want to put you in a corner on that.
No, yeah, that's fine because I'm not gonna speak for anything. I am not these people. Okay, I can only speak for me. My question is, and it's okay to say your facts, right? What you think are facts. How does that impact you personally? Either way.
How does it not impact the entire community who cares about COVID?
I'm sorry.
Or
Was that?
I care. I do care.
I just want to clarify. You're asking me why I give a damn that anybody showed up at the paparazzi event and did not wear their mask?
No, what I'm asking is this has been talked about for so long and has gone away from the original. Like the reason it originally started is because you care about the people who lost their lives. In 5 hours worth of videos, I didn't see one GoFundMe posted. I see that you're talking about facts. No GoFundMes have been posted that I saw, except for when it first started, because I did see there was a whole thread.
Are you saying that we haven't posted GoFundMes?
In 5 hours worth
videos?
of videos that I watched in 2 days, there was nothing.
No, you're
posted.
referring to Jerry and I have not posted GoFundMe.
correct.
Within
Who
5
am I
hours
supposed
worth
to-
of video,
okay.
yes.
Did families have GoFundMes? We asked repeatedly,
Temple-
and I have
Temple
I have
Run
a
did.
living post on my personal Facebook wall where all that information is summarized for anybody that wants to help. So as far as I'm concerned, I most certainly did. But did I post them here on these videos as tags? No, you're right, I did not. We haven't tagged our videos with those. Absolutely.
And besides, even if we did, we would be blamed for trying to get monetary gain off of the deaths of people. Now, furthermore, I want to say
No,
that
there was already initial GoFundMes. That's why I was asking.
People who are upset about the actions of this company and the negligence of this company should not be the ones responsible for these people who have passed away. Who's responsible for these people who passed away is the founders themselves, who have millions of dollars. And I want to ask why anybody needs a GoFundMe account, period, anyhow.
So what I will say is this video.
Well, Patty, I'm gonna throw that question back to you. You posted? I'm gonna throw the question back to you. Is there a GoFundMe account you've posted that you'd like us to tag?
One second, because Patty was gonna say something before.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
no,
Patty, finish your thought.
So I did not personally make GoFundMes, but my team member Temple does have a GoFundMe. So for everybody out there. Now, I don't know about anybody else's, but I know about Temple Runs. And there is a GoFundMe that you can donate to for her and her family. Okay.
Caroline, do you know if that is tagged in our original post? Because if it's not, Okay. We asked people who knew about GoFundMes to list them all below so people could help.
Yes.
Right.
My offer was legal help. My offer was, do you have questions about estates or things
Right.
that I can help with? Because that
But-
is also valuable.
Right.
And
What
whether or
I
not
was
we
gonna
made,
say-
we
oh, I'm
didn't
sorry.
start a GoFundMe, but yes, we have donated to GoFundMe's, if
Yes.
that's your
Okay.
question.
Same. And actually, I appreciate that. You know, we do what we can, right? And what I was gonna say is like this video is talking a lot about the convention. That is what I am here for, is to talk about how top leaders, including myself, were being represented by you. So you can do your own videos to continue talking about whatever you believe, because I absolutely don't want to silence that at all, right? Because you are allowed to express the way you feel, the way we carried ourselves, however that be. But the reason I wanted to come on to Tea Time is because I wanted to address the fact that the name dropping on both sides is what is dragging this out and making it go away from what the points you're trying to prove. It's impacting a lot of people more than what we can see. And I don't mean like, obviously it's impacting everybody. And at the end of the day, I'm not here to continue to talk about like all of that. I offered, or I wanted to come on Tea Time because names keep being brought up on both sides over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, that is what I wanted to stop. I'm not trying to stop you from speaking on your experiences or anything like that separate from this. The point of me being here is to ask on both sides to stop name dropping. Like if these two do go and do videos about what they would like, meaning these two, I'm sorry, wrong side, Tracy and Jerry and Carolyn, if they want to go and do videos and discuss what they want to discuss, and if they're keeping names, you know, specific names like of leaders, especially in my company, if they're not saying any names, then my company, I want the same thing. You know, I don't want any names, or not even like specific names, you know, nicknames, things like that. At the end of the day, you can say whatever you want to say, right? And so can all these other people. But the reason this got dragged out to this point is because my specific name was brought up, Patricia
Yes,
Sheva.
by mistake.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
which I
deeply
accepted.
apologetic.
Right. And so
I am deeply apologetic and sincerely apologetic, but I will mention, we actually did not start out mentioning anyone's names. It was their comments on our posts.
yes,
that
and
got,
I didn't
that got
know
our
who
response.
started it.
Our response was based on,
I mean, we showed who started it in our video that you said you watched.
It's okay. It's okay.
Can we let Jerry talk, please?
Yeah.
So the name dropping, and it's okay, Patricia, I'm sorry, Patty, but you will admit that you dropped my name first with Let's Rumble, because it was Tracy who mentioned your name in Tea Time.
Yes.
And okay, that I'm associated, guilty by association, because I
Yes.
told Tracy, I get that you want to take sole responsibility. I can honestly say we were going back and forth so quick. I was like, well, you did mention her name? Like, okay. But you started it with me first, Patty. And this is like, I feel like we're in grade school. You started it, I started it, you didn't start
Right.
it, I did it, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
It's neither here nor there, but I want to clarify, when you say you started the name dropping after yours was dropped first, you dropped my name first.
Yes, I did tag you first, because when Tracy said my name and you sat like this, it was one video. Like right now it says Friday Night Special with T, Feisty, and Tracy. And I felt like enough was enough with the name dropping, because, you know, like the things that after I tagged you and the things that have been sent to me about you, I honestly felt kind of upset as a human for all of us, because at the end of the day, when we have problems, we need to confront it one-on-one. And yesterday, and which I'm thankful that Tracy admitted that she misquoted me, I proved yesterday, which it's okay that you didn't watch it, but I showed yesterday in my live video what was said about me and what was actually said. And so what I'm trying to get at is there's things that people in general on both sides are saying about each other, and then there's what's actually said, and that is what's making this such a distraction in every single one of our businesses and every single one of our teams, or employees. Like, you have employees that have kids, we have team members who have kids, we're all business owners paying our bills, trying to feed our family. So at the end of the day, it is the name dropping is what's going to continue. It's going to get away from what you're actually trying to do when you do your videos. That is my point.
Jerry, you have your hand up.
I agree. That's all. I agree. It is. It's getting in my way to properly bash Paparazzi company in its entirety.
And I would like to interject that I'm trying to put this as politely as I can. A certain human being decided to make it very personal when he made a video calling my daughter Honey Boo Boo. She's 17 years old. He's the founder's brother. So when you ask me to not make it personal, I'm going to tell you right now, it got really personal really quick when someone mocked my daughter and fat shamed her in a public video with thousands of followers. He has 15,000 followers.
That
he mocked a child. So when you tell me that it's distracting, I hope it is distracting, Patty. It shouldn't be distracting to your business, because I apologized to you and I admitted freely that I misquoted you. But I haven't heard an apology from that particular human being. And until I do, it is very personal and will continue. But you, my friend, and I say my friend sincerely, right, I did not mean to attack you in a way that you did not ask for, and I apologize. But if you think that this has settled it, when I hear an apology from the man who fat shamed my child, I'll consider not dropping names.
And that is, again, that is between you and that person.
Well, let me ask you as a mother, Patty, because you're asking me to drop it on behalf of you and your fellow colleagues. As a mother, if someone came at your child, how would you feel about that? Personal opinion only.
Okay. So from a mom's perspective, I'm going to give you two different opinions. No, I would not be okay for someone coming after my kids. At the same time, I would not be okay with my child I don't want to speak negatively about Caroline, and she asked me not to refer to her as a child in Messenger. So, like, from your perspective, is she a child or is she to be treated as an adult?
Can I
because my
interject
children
here? If she is 17, she is still technically by law a minor. So when we're referring to this situation,
right,
let's all keep that in mind, please.
Also, this is about me, right? I said I don't like to be used as the child card. Like, I don't like for people to say, oh, like, this. I don't like to be used as the token child card for other people to make points. But this is my mother, of course, so she's the only exception because I am her child. And no matter how old I am, I will still be her child.
All of that aside, there's no, well, what's a child to you? A child she's a minor. She's under 18.
So as a mom, I'm sorry, Savannah.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
As a mom, no, I'm not okay with my daughter getting bullied in school. At the same time, I'm not okay with my daughter speaking like an adult, using foul language, things like that. So I'm just giving you two different perspectives.
So now we're getting language shamed. Oh, that's
no, I'm not language shaming. You asked my perspective as a mother.
It was a personal opinion on Patty's end. So let's
I don't understand how Taylor Kirby calling us Mama June and Honey Boo Boo has anything to do with foul language. That was just fat shaming and making a comment about our weight. but you know, and how we
That's
present
and that's
ourselves to the world.
between
But that's
right.
okay.
That's
I don't
between you
understand how
two.
that has anything to do with foul language. But I'm about to use a few of them right now because I'm very frustrated. So I'm going to go ahead and let Jerry talk. I think maybe right now.
Yes.
Breathe. Breathe. I wasn't expecting that segue, so I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to laugh because this is not funny at all. But I don't know where to go with this.
I was
Okay.
oh
Let's
sorry,
move
Jerry.
on. But you got your point across for sure, Tracy. And okay, I know, I got it. I got this. Patricia can't control that, and we are very clear at the point that I will say this. If any leader in Paparazzi uses me as an example to train their team and I hear about it, I will rectify those facts. I will clap back, because not that I'm defending myself, because I honestly can care less what consultant in Paparazzi thinks about me, or ex-consultant, or that matter, anybody. Okay. The problem is that you use my situation to brainwash and convince your team
Wait,
that
not
you
me though,
cannot,
right?
that
Not
you,
me.
no, not
Okay,
you.
okay.
You've not, I have not heard you do that, but I'm
Okay.
saying other consultants, right? Yeah, no, let me make that clear. This is not, I've never heard Patricia do this with her team or heard of it. Patty, sorry, Patty.
That's okay.
But when other consultants specifically use me as an example and drop my name to brainwash their team members about how they need to stay in Paparazzi, I will clap back, because to use me for your vile, disgusting maneuvers to try to keep your team putting money in your pocket and thinking that there's no other avenue but Paparazzi, that tactic is not going to fall as an example of myself without facts about where I am financially and how I am successful after Paparazzi. And that's where I will not stop.
So
Okay, that's all.
yes, what I want our audience to now, where you all take this video after our video, that is completely, you know, between, but like Tracy, I by no means meant to make you angry at me. Okay, that wasn't what I meant. And Caroline, I do love Caroline. I've loved Caroline since I met her, since she was 14. Love her smile. Love the way she does her makeup. She's a great graphic artist. Also, I told her last night she should get on TikTok to do that. Okay. What I will say is, after like today, let me tell you something. My experience with this company is it literally took me from rags. Okay. It changed my family's life. And I've never had a negative experience with corporate myself. Now, consultants, that's a different story, because, you know, humans are humans, I guess. But I can only speak about my experience with this company, which is my life is better now because of it. And, you know, and I'm not negating what your experience was at all, okay? Because I was telling Geraldine today, you know, before she was crowned Empire Diamond, I didn't know many things about her, but I spoke about this in the video yesterday, that when she was crowned, I pulled her aside and told her, you know, so many people, because at that, I don't know who they were, but consultants at that time would talk badly about Geraldine, and then she got a crown in front of thousands. So in my experience with my company, it has changed my family's life positively. It's brought my husband and I closer together. I don't miss Addison anymore. I worked in the corporate. I was a branch manager for 5 years. So, like after this video, what I wanted, like what you will get from me is like between me, you, and Jerry, I have peace. Like I'm at peace. And my attention, you know, it won't be a distraction anymore. And that's really what, like for my team or for the people who are watching, that's what I want for today. Is I wanted today to kind of be an end point for those of us who were like, what is happening? Like, this is our end point. Where you take it from here is, you know, you.
Okay, so agreed. And so would you say, and so because I hear that you had an amazing you've had amazing positive experience with paparazzi. Do you remember what I said to you that day when you talked about how many people didn't like me in paparazzi? What was my answer, Patty?
Actually, you really didn't answer much. You had one person right next to you. You were in a black dress with a bun on your head, and you like nodded in agreement. Okay, and you like you know when somebody's like yes, like not that you said it out loud, but you were like yes, thank you. That means so much. That means so much. That you did not say much at all.
Yeah, my experiences with paparazzi and Patricia, Patty, sorry. A lot of people don't even know who you are in paparazzi. And a lot of people do because you have a large team. Not only did my team know me, 99% of people in paparazzi knew me. So
I knew you without knowing you.
Are completely quadrupled. Do you know what my attitude was the whole time I was in paparazzi? I don't give a shit. And I still don't. I don't care who likes me and who loves me, because truly, you can't control your haters as much as the next person. And the bigger you are, the more haters you're going to get. And people can't figure out how I could possibly sell that much jewelry. But if you honestly watched me go and work, then maybe you could figure it out. And a lot of people watched me work because I got a whole lot of trolls doing everything they could to knock me down. And that company promotes it. Now, and I want to say, I'm so happy that you've had a positive experience in paparazzi. I want to ask you, do you feel, and this is a very valid question, in your opinion with paparazzi, do you feel that everybody gets a fair shake with compliance?
See, it depends. I think so, because the rules are set in place for everybody. But again, I can only speak on my personal experience. So they have been fair to me. And friends I know that have had to deal with them, they have been fair to them. That's really all I can say.
My second question is, do you feel that everybody in paparazzi should get the same treatment when the same rule is broken, no matter what that treatment is, whether it's a slap on the wrist or a cancellation or spoken to? If you violate the same exact rule the same way somebody else did, do you feel like compliance should be fair across the board, which the way they deliver their recommendations?
Well, if I think of it like laws, for example, if you and I both get pulled over without a seatbelt, maybe that's not strong enough. If you and I both murder somebody, we both are held accountable to the same law. So that is what I'll say about that.
Okay, wait, because that's not always true. I just want to put that out.
I'm just afraid of the murder thing, because
let's not say murder, because
there's accomplices in murder, and then they usually charge one guy mostly with the crime.
Okay, so then maybe the seatbelt one was better. Okay,
the seatbelt one might have been better.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of like, okay, what the serious law people are all held accountable for? I don't know. Okay,
it's not taken out of context.
Yeah. Okay. So that all I'll say about that is the law. The law is you wear a seatbelt when you get pulled over without a seatbelt.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So we are here to heal. We are here to heal for sure. And I do have some guests. They're kind of surprise guests that we've kind of lined up as well to try to heal some hurts. And I know that that Patty, you've been accused of bullying certain individuals. And I know that you have a different take on your
yes.
On that. Would you be willing to talk to her?
Yes, I would love to.
Bring her on.
I know exactly who it is.
Okay. And I wanted to ask your permission first.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
Jerry.
What?
She couldn't do it, Jerry.
So you
she decided that she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She didn't want to face the public backlash that she felt she would get from appearing on this video.
Got it.
I won't even use her name.
Yeah, don't,
Okay, if
because she's afraid that
Well,
people that
she
were
is
her
afraid.
former teammates are going to harass her because she's
Listen.
already been harassed.
If that person is watching, that person has my phone number, and we can gladly speak in private after the video, because I don't need to put on a public display for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need, she is a mom too with children. She
So did
has her own business. She also is a hard worker, okay? And so if that person, hopefully she's watching, would like to call me via FaceTime after and discuss why she feels that way, that is fine. And I am not going to post about it after. Like, that is, for me, the way I want to deal with that is between her and I. I would have gladly dealt with it here. I was prepared for it. I literally just pulled up my text message thread.
Right.
And actually, I will say the last text I got from her was Happy Mother's Day. So just so you know, that person, we can FaceTime. You can call me after, okay?
Are we allowed to talk about her situation briefly without saying her name, or no?
I believe
I don't-
she said that you could.
She just
I have a
didn't,
text
she just
Wait,
didn't want to
well,
go live because she gets
for
very
my
emotional and she didn't want to go
perspective,
live.
I'm sorry. From my perspective, I do not want to speak on her situation without me seeing her face.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
really know the situation, but I don't necessarily know if there's a good point to be talking about it if she's not going to be here to defend
You're right.
herself.
Originally she was supposed to come, but she just texted us and said she can't.
I think she
face
said
it
it's not
tonight.
in her heart to do it. So
Yes. So,
I think
right.
because, and honestly, the reason why, and I'm gonna speak on this, because the bullying is very real in the paparazzi culture. And for people to say it's not, and it's all sun, and you said that you've had issues with consultants, Patty. So I'm not saying that you're saying it's sunshine and rainbows, but the whole message of positivity throughout paparazzi is bullshit. And I'm sorry, it's bull crap, whatever it is. It's just a pile of steaming bull. And that people literally, the moment that you either leave the company voluntarily or you get canceled, you immediately are told that you can't be trusted and you shouldn't be talked to. And I was literally messaged by elites. Okay, now you know that you need to stay positive with paparazzi because that'll help your future endeavors.
Oh yeah, you'll do better if you don't.
You'll
talk
do better
about
if
it.
you just don't say anything because you know they're awesome. So the bullying is very real when you leave the company. And if anybody has any story about paparazzi and it's their story and you want to tell it, the amount, and I will use Savannah Marie's word, of papa huns that come after you with complete vile disgust is very real. And
I mean, they're on this video right now. The comments, I'm glad you can't see them, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm glad
the
you can't
comments
see
are
the comments.
extremely
They're pretty vile.
They're extremely vile.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, we all agreed, like, what was happening in the comments at the end of the day, we try to control.
No, you can't control it. That's my
Right,
point. You can't
right,
control how
right.
people behave, but the way that people.
I do have a question. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying the way that people are commenting on this obviously proved Jerry's point. There's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of hate.
And it's on both sides.
I did pin a comment that said not to be unkind, but not everyone listens. So
I like that. I do like that comment. So please don't be unkind in the comments. Now,
but I didn't finish. So
oh, I'm sorry, Jerry.
It validates the reason why a lot of people don't speak up against paparazzi. And everybody knows that I have a brass set of balls. And I'm not going to just shut up about whatever experience it is that I had and what I know to be my fact in that company. And I know for a fact other people experience it. Elites now who still stick up for paparazzi when I had a relationship with them would express the amount of stress they had with the company because of what they put you through. I am not saying that this is Patty's experience, and Patty and I never talked about her experiences in paparazzi because her and I did not have that relationship. But there was multiple elites, and I'm not saying their names, who still to this day passively aggressively bully their teams on, don't talk to that girl, you can't believe them, you can't trust them, they're liars. So I'm just validating her, the person that we were going to invite here. Her fear is very real.
Can I?
But I would also like to say that I don't
real.
think Patty is that kind of person. Like, let's let Patty be a shining example of not that, because
Correct.
Patty has never not spoken kindly to us. Even through this misunderstanding, she still spoke kindly to us. So
Let's let Patty talk now.
yeah.
Jerry, can I ask you a question? Do you have trust for this person that was going to come on? And it's okay if you don't want to answer that. I
don't
just want
think I have. I don't think I have it either way. I just know her. I just know her side of the story and the facts. That's all I know. I mean, her side, her facts and her side.
Right. My next question is did she warn you that when you joined Bellamy that you would be jeopardizing your business?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You know, I like to verify things too, so that's why I asked that.
Yeah, and that's based on her experiences, right? So
right. Okay.
Right.
Like, the paparazzi likes you to have only one business. They really don't want you to have
but
another.
that's not in their policies and procedures. Let's make that very clear. What they expect of you and what's in their policies and procedures are two different things. So,
but you did receive that warning though, right, Jerry, that people said, hey, you know, this is not something that any, you know, maybe that's an unspoken rule that they really don't like you to have more than one.
What warning from who?
No, I'm saying, did anybody like,
no,
she just asked you, did that person say to you, hey girl, this is not,
after I joined, yeah, she's
oh,
like,
you'd already
and
joined.
I said, but
okay.
I'm following their.
So she's not your sponsor.
What
did she tell you to protect yourself from? Working two things or cross recruiting?
I would have to pull up the text messages. I can't.
Okay.
I honestly
because
don't.
I have now it's not between you and her. I have her text message here in front of me that says what I'm asking. That's why.
Right. I honestly, I can't pull it up because I don't have, I'm looking at comments here.
That's okay. No, that's okay. And honestly, I mean, really, that's besides the point. Like, she really has no part of like why we're here anyway. Like, her and I could FaceTime after, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's fine. We do have another one. The second person is here, Jerry.
Okay,
I'm gonna add her in. Want to make sure she's still here.
That she's still not sleeping.
There she is.
Heather Dill.
Hey, girl. You can
Hi,
hear
Heather Dill.
Yes, can we hear you? There she is. Okay, her mic works.
We're just making sure to squash all the beef tonight, you guys.
Yes, let's.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Hey, Heather Dill.
Hey. How are y'all?
So you want to catch the viewers up a little bit about who you are and, you know, maybe why you're here right now.
I am a former paparazzi consultant, and I resigned this past Sunday, on my own free will. And the biggest reason I resigned is because of fear tactics from compliance.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this several times as a single mom. Paparazzi was everything I had. I quit my full-time job. I come from, like Patty, come from nothing, come from food stamps. And I did very well in this business. However, the higher up I got, the more I was harassed, the more I had bullies, the more I had trolls, the more I was turned into compliance when I wasn't doing anything wrong. The suspensions, whether they were a day, 2 days, 3 days, 20 minutes, it is gut-wrenching to know that your whole livelihood can be snapped out from under you. And I just got tired. And I walked away from a very, very, very wealthy business because of that.
And Heather, what was your rank in paparazzi, or what was your accomplishment? And did you have yours was from a team? You had a big team.
I was a Maven A-lister. I had a big team, but I never pushed my team to order. I sold the jewelry. I was a firm believer in my commissions always matching my sales.
And I know that's true, and I can attest to that. Absolutely accurate, because when Caroline, she pulled up our numbers the other day, and I was laughing because our commission check, we didn't have a very big team. Our commission check was like a couple $100 a month, but our team volume was literally almost every month, like literally 25% of our personal volume. Like, we just sold jewelry. That's what we did. But I know that you were on the diamond trip. That's where we met. That's how we met. Jerry and I met differently, but that's how we met you. So
I was diamond.
Yeah.
Black diamond this past year, which that got stripped from me, and almost a platinum when I resigned this year, and a multiple six-figure a year bling boss.
And what is your role here with us, Heather?
There was a comment I want to address real quick. Somebody on there, of course, one of the people, Jerry, just say you were canceled for cross recruiting. Yes, a compliance accused me of cross recruiting. Yeah. Their truth and my truth are two different things. I had many people asking me to join Bellamy. I said, if you're a paparazzi consultant, you cannot. And then I've been told through screenshots, I said, congratulations on your pink diamond. So whatever it is. And I honestly loaded the gun. And they pulled the trigger. The last year of paparazzi, I was done. I was spent and I was done. I was done with everything that they were doing. And at that point, I was done. I didn't know what to do with my team. I really, truly thought that I cared for my team. I brought in over 2,000 people into this company that I felt completely guilty for, completely to this day guilty for. And maybe that's why I have such loud lungs to scream the vileness of this company. And I won't stop, because it still makes me feel like shit. And there was incidents that happened prior to that where I literally had enough. And I will pull up. I have not spent the time to go through all of my emails, because I have, just like Tracy has, I have all the compliance correspondence. I have literally, I was not nice to compliance, just like Tracy wasn't. So I have all that. That'll come soon. But officially, yes, I was canceled for cross recruiting. But I can tell you the company had already had enough of my mouth. I'll tell you that right now. So
go ahead, Patty.
I hope that helped the viewer satisfy.
Let's let Patty go now.
Okay, I've got a couple. I literally grabbed a pen and a piece of cardboard because I have a couple questions. So one, Heather Dill, what are you doing here? I want to know. Like, if you got something to say to me, let's do that first.
Oh,
is there some okay? I'm
just one. Well, because I tried to pull up a really kind message thread we had on Instagram, but because you blocked me, I can't pull it. Could you unblock me so I could pull it?
I did not realize I blocked you on Instagram.
Really?
Oh, that's your company.
But I was wondering, what role do you play here? Because I was kind to you and did not ask you to come on Tea Time. So if there's something you wanted to address with me, I wanted to address that first.
No, I actually, I had asked her to come on just to kind of state her story a little bit and her experiences with compliance and why she left because of the harassment from compliance, because this is something that we are going to talk about. So she can validate from an elite rep's perspective that has not had sunshine and rainbows bestowed on them upon this company, that it is in fact a very stressful environment for certain people, I suppose, versus other people. And that is why she chose to leave. It wasn't because we brainwashed her or we have gotten her into our secret Kool-Aid cult. It is because that was totally Heather Dill's decision. And I didn't know Heather Dill at all until she approached me with her concerns with this company.
And we wanted her to be on from the perspective of somebody who left voluntarily, because Jerry and I were both canceled. And we thought it was important to have someone here to talk about some things that we talk about from the perspective of somebody that left voluntarily.
Also someone who was at convention the whole
let's let Patty finish her thought.
So Heather Dill, let me ask you, how many leaders in this company have spent hours with you to try to help you before you quit?
My upline.
You don't have to say the names, of course. Don't say names.
Right.
How many?
My upline didn't help me at all.
I didn't ask who didn't. How many did?
I have come to you. You have helped me. I will never discredit that.
Oh, I didn't. No, yes, I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't. How many more? You don't have to say names, just like count on your fingers. Because I can think of 3 off the top of my head, besides me, more than one occasion, many hours. I can think of my team members whose groups you were in, team group wise.
I was in 2 team groups of yours.
Right. One was mine and one was my team members. Correct.
Right.
So do you admit that we all tried to help you before you quit?
I was in your groups. Me and you have had conversations on the diamond trips, and you were very upbeat, happy. You can do this, Heather. You can do this. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Don't have anything bad to say about you.
Right. So I want to paint the whole picture. If you're here as somebody who voluntarily left, which you are entitled to, I want to make sure that the audience also knows leaders in this company spent time with you who were not above you. We were sideline sisters. So we not that we have to reap a benefit, but I'm trying to paint the picture of we spent time with you, more than one of us. And so when you left, that was completely voluntarily on your own, but it wasn't because no one was there to help you. Is how I feel. That's my opinion.
Maybe we should let Heather talk about that in her own
Okay.
words. Yeah, instead of kind of throwing accusations around.
I do remember speaking with you at convention and saying,
Yeah.
I would love to speak with you and get some training from you. Do you remember that conversation?
Yes, that was briefly as we were walking out, because I told you I was sorry. Well, actually, you told me about your mom, but I said, I know, I was sorry about your mom. And in Instagram, we had talked about me coming into your group to do a training, and I was pregnant at the time.
Right.
Okay, so one point of clarification. Heather and Patty not on the same team, right? So this is Patty offering someone who she doesn't get paid for, not on the same team, do not share a downline, did not share an income stream, right? So I just want to make the point that Patty
no residual
was
income
not
either way.
obligated to help Heather because they had totally different teams, uplines, family genealogies in the company.
That is correct.
Okay.
So Patty has helped me on a couple of things. Patty has spoke to me on personal things that have happened. Patty's always been kind to me. But this has nothing to do with why I got out.
I mean, I think, Heather, do you have more of a story I think it's important that you just tell us why you left before there's like a back and forth of accusations.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly why I left.
Yeah, let's let Heather talk.
I left because I got suspended several times for crap. I got suspended 2 weeks ago because someone said I was selling Z bracelets, which is completely against compliance. Never done it. My email from compliance, and I can say this because I can. We feel that it is your intent to sell them in private. So at that point,
they said, we think you intend to do something. You got suspended for your potential intent. Is that what you said?
It is your
holy cow. Okay.
intent to sell them in private.
Okay.
You can't defend that. I own a storefront and still do today. So that was just 2 weeks ago. I'm sitting at dinner with my fiance and my child, and I'm suspended. Now, I don't know how many people are single mother on here that are watching, but when this has been your livelihood for 7.5 years, and that can just be jerked from you, that's a pretty bad feeling. Nobody wants to live in fear like that. In July, let's back up to July. And this is where compliance is completely just way off. I got suspended on my way home back from the beach, took my son to the beach for a peaceful weekend. On the way back home from the beach, I got an email from compliance. I was suspended because I had the name Paparazzi in my business name. I'd had Paparazzi in my business name for 7 years. My account, this was the last day of the fiscal year with Paparazzi. Last day. They closed my account down. They also told me that I could not sell jewelry for more than $5, which specifically states in their policy and procedure, you cannot sell for less than. You can sell for more than, but you have to pay the additional sales tax, which I did because I have a business license. I always paid my own sales tax. Paparazzi didn't do it. I always paid my quarterly sales tax, all my sales tax. But in policy and procedure in black and white, it stated you can sell for more than, not less than. So not only did I have to take those posts down, or I would lose my livelihood, I also had to create a whole nother business page. And I'm pretty sure there's other consultants that have Paparazzi in their business name. But that's not either. I digress.
Come on, Heather. I'm sorry. It was taking forever. And the relevance of you being here is frustrating to
Okay,
me.
well, just
The
okay,
relevance of
that's
me
fine.
being here is because compliance is not across the board for everybody.
Okay. So can you just speed up your story a little faster? That's all I'm asking. Or are you done?
Terry, would you like to ask me some questions?
Sure.
No, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, let's let Patty talk.
Okay, so going back to laws, going back to compliance, how many DUIs until you finally go to jail? If you know anything about the law, do they usually send you to jail the first time, the second time, the third time? How many DUIs until you go to jail? So my question is, Heather Dill, how many times were you suspended? Now, you were never terminated. You volunteered. So one, I don't understand your relevance here because you telling your story has nothing, like no top leader had your name in their mouth. So to me, you have no relevance here at all. And I'm sorry to say that because I really do love you. You put yourself here. Second of all, my question is, you got reinstated when they asked you about the Z bracelet, which I'm not done after this question, okay? You got reinstated right after that, so you were able to log into your back office to post a screenshot of your paycheck, right? Because you wouldn't have been able to log in unless they reinstated you. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, thank you. So now my question for the three of you is, how many times were you suspended until, now Tracy's a little different because voluntarily left, well, kind of, Heather Dill, you voluntarily left. How many times, Jerry, were you suspended until you were finally terminated?
First of all, Tracy Reed, that's not actually, it doesn't matter.
Right,
I would have
right.
to give you an answer, I would have to count that because I can't give you an answer. And
Mine was 7.
No, it wasn't. It was less than that.
I thought it was 7.
I'm sorry I even asked.
Because
Never mind.
So,
Okay.
May 2018.
Okay,
November
let's
2019.
you can rewatch that video where they read every single.
That's
I
true.
did see.
Yeah, let's keep it
4.
moving.
Okay,
Please.
4.
But that's
Please.
one.
4.
One is including the time we were suspended for defending a
That's
handicap.
not. That's
Let's
not.
let Patty finish her thought.
So my thought is, right, like the first, I don't know about you, but many years ago before Paparazzi, I did get a DUI, okay? And luckily, I only went to, I didn't go to like jail, but they brought me to the police station to test my blood, right? And I had my license taken away for 30 days, slap on the wrist, okay? Had I violated again, I could have gotten up to 30 days in jail. Had I continued to drinking and driving after that, I could have gotten 60 days in jail. And if you keep doing that, then eventually you stay in jail. So the only point I'm trying to make with compliance is none of you were terminated the first time.
So do you think that there's no consultants out there that get terminated the first time on anything that they do?
I'm not speaking on them. I'm speaking on the ones showing their
Because
faces
I
here with
actually,
me.
okay, that's fine, because I actually have teammates who were terminated, no questions asked, not even letting them dispute what the reason the termination was. So honestly, that's not here nor there.
Right. And in
I
your
would have to go through-
circumstances, that
I
wasn't
would have to
yours.
go through every single suspension, whether or not
Right.
there was suspensions on things that were completely not even relevant to me. So it doesn't matter the amount of times you're suspended, technically. It's the final blow that matters. And I also know people who got DUIs that didn't just get a slap on the wrist. Okay, I'm just saying that is neither here nor there, nor a good example to use here. And I don't know what Caroline's so excited about.
I know. I want to know too. Yeah.
Tracy
It's
seems
just
like you have
comments, but I
something.
think what I was also going to point out is the difference, I think, being in the description. If you drink and drive multiple times, you repeat the same offense. Of course, the punishment for the offense goes up. All of these compliance matters were separate issues.
Correct.
She's not a quote unquote repeat offender where the punishment should increase each time, and nor was she guilty. And I'm not saying whether you were or were not guilty, but if you are found guilty of a DUI, you are found guilty of driving under the influence, and you drive under the influence again, they're assuming you didn't learn your lesson the first time.
Can I just say, like, as much as there are some really great points being made here about DUIs, I feel like it's not relevant to what we're trying to do here.
The person that didn't want to be on before has decided to come on, so I'm going to add her to the stream because I think she has a story to tell that adds to the point of this.
Okay.
There she is. Everybody, welcome Ashley Gaskin.
Hello.
Hi. This is so weird. I couldn't sit back and just like let this unfold without me like popping on, because it just started to get really not true. Because
about you
guys, what'd you say?
I said about you.
Yeah, I mean,
which part was not true about you?
No, I'm just saying, like, right now you guys are talking about how you get so many strikes, right? Did that happen in my instance, Patty? It didn't.
Actually, no, it did not.
Yeah, guess what, guys? I literally got an email that I was suspended. Didn't tell me why. You know, you can attest to this, Patty. You know.
Yeah, because you came right to me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And
which is why I said in these three instances also, might I clarify, I didn't
I think
lie.
that's why, like, all of this really is irrelevant, because everyone's experience in this
is different.
With this thing that we're talking about now is different. So it's kind of irrelevant. Well, you did this and this happened to you. Irrelevant. So
I think Ashley coming on makes that point.
Yes, that was the point of Heather coming on.
Thank you, Ashley.
So we are done with Ashley and Heather then?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Heather never got to even finish her point. So
yeah.
Heather, did you have more you wanted to touch on?
Just basically the fear of being suspended and my whole livelihood being taken away from me, and compliance is not it. What is good for one is not good for everyone.
Correct.
They pick and choose.
Correct. And so, Ashley, would you like to, since you are here, and thank you for joining us, I appreciate it so much. Would you like to speak more, or did you just want to make that point? And respectfully, it's up to you what you would like to say and not say.
So I was trying to I don't know, I guess I didn't want to come on just because I don't like feeding into this kind of stuff, but I guess I'll speak because, you know, I know my team is on here, my old Team Fierce, and I seriously have never spoken up about what's happened to me. So, like, why not now, right?
Wait. I was not here for everybody to be brought on and tell their stories. I have children, okay? So you all can do a video after this to tell your
Okay.
stories.
We'll
Oh,
go ahead.
that's fine, Patty.
We'll
No,
go
no,
ahead
no.
and cut
You're
to the chase.
absolutely. If you
Thank
think
you.
it was-
Yes, please
yeah.
cut to the chase.
No
I
problem.
agree.
So, Ashley, why were you suspended or canceled? Why were you canceled, Ashley?
Well, for those of you guys that like don't know who I am, when I got canceled, I was an A-lister, and I was top in sales. I was one of the fastest growing teams, like hardest worker, 24/7, 365, like no joke. And anyone who knows me knows this is my work ethic. But yeah, I mean, I really wanted to hop on because I just feel like that not everyone's situation is the same. And I was basically canceled because I was told, well, actually, let me back up. There was this girl that really wanted to be on my team. I told her over and over no, because she was already a consultant.
Do you still
She
have those
never-
messages? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What'd you say?
I just asked, like, do you still have those messages to pull
Yeah,
up?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I literally was
It's her story.
not planning on coming down here, but I
Right.
just
Yeah,
like
let's
grabbed my
keep
phone.
it moving.
Yeah, so she really wanted to be on our team. She never opened her starter kit box. And she was telling me that she's going through chemo and all these treatments. And I got canceled because I was taught that if someone's a consultant, then you can, sign up their husband. So that's what she did. I was dumb and I put it in writing. And let's just say she didn't even sign up under me directly. It was 3 levels down from me. She signed up. That person that she signed up under is still with the company. I got canceled. And the whole process was terrible for my family because I had just retired my husband from the corporate world. And I had 2 little kids and everything was torn away from me. And I did everything in my power to try to come back. And yeah, they didn't care. They didn't care at all. And I couldn't tell my team. I feel like I was silenced for a long time. I honestly wasn't even planning on like even sharing my story, but because of all of this that's been coming out, I just feel like it's best for me. I mean, I just want to raise awareness at this point. I mean, it's been 3 years and it's a long time coming, basically.
Right.
Jerry, you had your hand up before Patty did. Sorry, Patty.
That's okay.
Did you have something to say, Jerry?
That's okay. Well, I kind of forgot where I was going with that, but that's okay. And not that I think that you're like, I didn't mean it like that at all. I did not mean it like that. That's okay.
Patty, did you want to respond?
So Ashley Gaskin, you literally said, now when we hit the join button, the policy is there, right, for you to read before you hit join. Yes or no?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
I'm not
So
saying
you
I
said,
didn't
hold
do
on,
wrong.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Let's let Patty finish.
You said you had in writing that you told her to break the rules, right?
Yep.
And you did not write compliance yourself and say, sorry, I figured out that these were the rules and you should cancel this account yourself. So it was reported by somebody else.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so just making sure. Okay,
perfect. So now we clarified that.
I just want to add in, I'm not here for the 2 of you, so it would make me feel less irritated if these 2 could leave now.
Right. So
all right, I'll bounce out.
Okay,
Thank
thank you so much,
sharing-
Ashley. I appreciate
Thank you.
I'll be sharing my story later, y'all.
Yes, by all means.
Yes. And
And
before
Heather Bill,
Heather Dill, I just need one more question from you and then you can go. Right. So Heather, was there a consultant on your team that was very well known in Paparazzi that everybody knew that was canceled in Paparazzi due to his performance on live shows?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Was that consultant brought back into the company by somebody else?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. For a fact, right?
For a fact.
For a fact. Okay.
It was me.
Okay. Yes. So let's talk about, we're going to
And
segue to this.
I already am a step ahead. Hold on one second. So after Ashley Gaskin got in trouble, because we were all newer to the company at the time, on October 11th, 2018, I actually previously wrote an email asking if a canceled consultant can join as a co-owner to another consultant's account, and they hadn't answered yet. I just found out from a previously canceled consultant less than a year that she was able to be added to someone's account. Let me see. So I congratulated her for being back. This is the wife, because he joined under the wife. I congratulated her for being back. Then I second guessed myself because I don't want to get into any trouble for knowing that she did that. So please guide me on any next steps I need to take so I can protect myself and my account.
Is it a compliance policy and procedure based on what Ashley had done? She re-signed up a consultant under the same household. Isn't it policies and procedures that you are not allowed to re-sign up another consultant that has been canceled from the company, that lives or is in direct relations with another person, to join the company under another social security number and not using the same address? Isn't that against policies and procedures?
Wait, say that one more time. So
Yeah.
it's the
if a consultant is canceled for whatever reason,
right,
and once you are canceled,
yes,
they cannot attempt to get themselves back into the company at all, even if it's through a wife or an association with their social security number, because they live in the same household.
correct. Within if you've had a canceled contract within 12 months, you cannot, no one in the household can join, which is when I found out, which is why I was the one who turned in Chad Lee, because when I realized that it went, not when he was under Heather Dill, when his wife joined under me, I had to report him myself to protect my business. Yes,
So
I did.
Do you think, and I'm just going to ask you, Patty, through your conversations with Chad Lee, did you not know specifically that Chad Lee, you knew specifically Chad Lee came to you and told you his plans to try to rejoin again under his wife?
Yes, I even welcomed them in
that.
the team group. I was excited because I like Chad Lee.
You sure were, because I do have all those conversations. But my question is to you then, you say that everybody should be treated across the board by compliance because we all read the same policies and procedures when we join, correct?
Right.
So you also violated policies and procedures just like Ashley did, who got canceled for not even, there's no conversion or whatever about it. And you did the same exact thing. And literally in these messages with one another, you literally said, we'll keep compliance out of your hair this time, boo-boo. I'm so effing freaking excited to have you on my team back.
Yes.
The whole time you blatantly knew you were violating a compliance, a well-known policies and procedures compliance issue, and re-signed him underneath you, knowing he was using his wife's name. And you even told him how he can use his first and middle name because everybody knew who he was in the company. Because I guess this guy was really
sign up.
I didn't know who he was. And so you let him know how to go around policies and procedures to make it happen. So I guess
I could pull up the message too if he didn't block me.
When you were in trouble, you turned him in to get him canceled from you. But you knew that you were violating policies by doing that act. And even if you didn't, you should be held accountable like everybody else, because don't we all read the same policies when we join?
Let's let Patty respond, please.
Hold on. Let me pull up the message, okay?
I have the message too.
Okay. Let me see. Because when he joined, no, I did not know that it was not okay. The reason I said, well, keep compliance out of your hair is because I didn't know why him and the original other guy got canceled to begin with. So, yes, I did think that it was okay for him to join under his wife. I thought it was okay. And when I figured out it was not okay, I emailed compliance myself. And I am reading through this thread right now. So if you, let me see, we can order back on board. So see, he didn't want anyone to know he was back on board so that he wasn't a target. Okay. By no means did I, once I knew that that was not okay, I told on myself.
So it's okay then if you're saying, if you make the, because according to you, we all read the same policies and we should never make mistakes because we need to be held accountable. But if you turn in yourself on your mistake, then it should be all forgiven. If you realize your mistake, because to me, that's very, very condescending, because you made it very clear that we all read the policies and procedures to Ashley, who you asked to leave.
Yes.
So can't read.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And
you made it very clear that we should all memorize the 556,000
I didn't say
paragraphs.
memorize.
Okay. That we should all be held accountable for those and you are now acting as a leader when all this happened, because you are a high level leader who was in fact training a team. Okay.
Yes.
And this is why she felt it was okay, because was she not on your leg?
Ashley Gaskin. Ashley Gaskin?
Yes.
Yes, she was
on your team. So in fact, she is getting her direction from the way your team is led by you and or your other downlines.
I never told Ashley Gaskin to do that.
But obviously you didn't know either, right? That's
and I wasn't training anybody to do that either, because this was a one-off. I have the whole message thread right here.
I do too. I do too. And yes, I do too.
Listen, he signed up.
But Patty, you literally told Ashley, oh, sorry, boo, you should have read it. Bye. That's what you just said.
What I said is she had in writing that she broke the rule, okay? And she did not turn herself in. And
but
she was also a top leader.
You broke the rule as well, Patty? You had
the
policies and procedures right in front of you.
I told compliance I broke the rule. I said I welcomed her. Let me read the email again. I said I had a canceled consultant. I actually asked if a canceled consultant can join as a co-owner. So I'm having this conversation with Chad. And I'm writing compliance because this email is from October 11th, 2018. Okay. I have a canceled consultant, less than a year, whose wife, who was never on an account to begin with. So his wife had never had a consultantship, just joined my team. They were going to call and see if he could be added, but I told him I wasn't sure, which is true. I also congratulated them for being back. And now I'm second guessing the whole thing because I do not want to be terminated for others' doings. Please guide me on any next steps. So they could see I was asking questions. He joined while I was asking questions. I have the answer right here. He said, I want to participate in the PV challenge, which actually that's like November 18th. I don't even know, or November 12th. Which I don't even know how he lasted that long, because I wrote in on October 24th when they answered me.
So the very first correspondence I have from you and him, Patty, is October 7th, 2018. Okay. And you can scroll back and look at your correspondence.
Yes.
Here he is. This is him to Patty. I got a question for you. The Kings may want to return to the jewelry business. We can sign one of our wives up under someone. I'd like to get away from the people we were under before, which was Heather Dill. What you think? I need help, and this needs to stay confidential. Here's Patty. Oh my God, pick me, pick me. I'll keep my lips sealed. I've been rooting for you since before you knew me. I'm like honored, ha ha ha. And none of those people are affiliated with me or my uplines. I know that's
meaning Heather Dill.
Okay, that's okay. I know. I got that. I'm sorry. I'm glad you clarified that.
Right.
I know that's what I thought.
So lip sealed from Heather Dill, not from compliance. Correct. I'm clarifying. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes. It's going to be an epic comeback. Dude, you just made my mother effing day epic. Send me your link and I'll let you know when the decision has been made. You were very well aware that they were debunking the policies and procedures by signing up a spouse from a canceled consultant, and that is violating policies and procedures, which is the same thing that Ashley got the axe for, and she's held responsible for without a second chance.
So where in that, what you just read says I'm aware of that?
Where does it not? You said I've been rooting for you since before you knew me. I'm like honored. I know exactly who you are. And
Yeah, I
he
watch
said,
his live
I am
videos
going to
all the
sign
time.
up he signed up his wife, Jennifer Lee, and you were very well aware of that, Patty. Very
Right.
well aware.
And that's why I wrote compliance on October
Did you keep out
11th.
did you keep out this information to compliance where he blatantly said, and you actually said you knew exactly what was going on, Patty?
When I said I also congratulated them for being back to compliance.
That's okay. We're going to go ahead and let compliance see all of this and make their decision. But again,
Sure.
I'm going to put this on Paparazzi's court because I have completely proven that everybody in this company is not treated equally. And by your standards, Patty, we should all be treated equally. And we all have the policies and procedures, and we all are responsible to understand them. So it doesn't matter why anybody's canceled, boo-boo. It's completely your fault.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Hey,
I cannot listen to this anymore.
It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I did turn myself in when that happened. Okay. I literally asked the question 4 days after Chad Lee reached out to me. Okay. I since then never, ever, 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 once this happened, never, I literally never, not like I have to explain that to you. Now, really, you got anything else for me or on
because
me?
this is actually my conversation with Chad Lee. He said, I was signed up knowing that we were canceled and instructed on how to avoid compliance.
Nope.
They also got this information.
No, I said
So
we'll
we're just
keep
gonna
compliance
see.
out of your
That's
hair.
okay. We're just going to see, because according to you, everybody should
Yes.
be treated equal, and
By
all mistakes,
all means.
all
By
mistakes
all
get the
means.
axe. All mistakes get the axe. That's according to you. We
Oh.
all should be accountable to the policies and procedures, whether or not we understand them, whether or not anybody trains us on them, because we know the company doesn't train us on the policies and procedures, God forbid. So we are subjected to our uplines to know them. And Ashley Gaskin did not know them. And because she didn't turn herself in, you say that that's the reason why she should be canceled. Okay, I understand. Okay.
So wait, literally, I am telling him to call the corporate office and get himself added to the account. Did you keep reading?
No, I did. I did.
Okay.
And I also have a voice message of how he can go around it to do it legally to avoid compliance. Would you like us to listen to it?
I could listen to it right now.
Perfect.
Is it in this thread?
I'm sure it is in that thread.
Okay.
While you guys are looking for it, Tracy, Caroline, did you guys want to respond to any of that?
I'm just.
Are you just listening and absorbing?
No, it's just painful to me because as many times as we were suspended when we proved that we didn't do it or didn't do it, whatever we did, no intent, whatever.
Difference is I wrote
It
compliance
didn't matter. We were suspended, we were reinstated, we were suspended, we were reinstated.
So in our case, we wrote compliance. We wrote compliance back in May 2018 for the reason we got canceled. So
Correct.
we did do the same thing.
I guess my
that's what we got
thought about this
canceled for.
is that literally
Wait,
compliance is
hold on,
broken.
hold on.
And
I
they
was
didn't
trying to
forgive
listen
in
to the voice
Ashley's case,
message. I'm
but-
sorry. So you said you did the same thing, right? You found out you broke the policy, you wrote
Correct.
compliance and got Caroline's canceled. I just want to make sure.
We got
I was
all
listening
the
to
No. I did not volunteer that information because I had not read the policies and procedures. I was responsible for it 100%. I didn't read it. That's why I said 100%.
So compliance
They had
came to
all
us.
the reason in the world to cancel those accounts. And I wrote back and said, we were unaware of the policy.
Yeah.
Was I responsible to read
Right.
it? Of course I was. I didn't read it.
But
and
they
that's
didn't
why I'm
cancel
saying
you.
that you're saying
Okay.
you didn't read it. You didn't read it either. Well, neither did I. But in my case, no forgiveness either. So Yeah, it's
because she
something to
was in
follow.
fact, not only did compliance say if you do this you're okay, but correct me if I'm wrong, Tracy, compliance then came back a year later and said, well, guess what, you're going to be canceled for this now.
Almost
even
Yeah,
two
though we
years.
told
almost
you
2
if you
years
read.
later.
So there you go,
Like
Patty.
double jeopardy, They
There
brought
you
it up
go.
again and said,
But
okay,
everybody should be
well,
created
you
equal in
you know,
paparazzi,
yeah,
right?
not now. So that was,
Correct.
yeah, that was that's, I just, this is gross. Yeah, it's
Correct.
gross.
I can't
I can't
listen.
make this okay in my
Let's
mind.
I
Patty,
know.
Patty can talk now.
Oh, at the end of the day, I'm okay with taking all of this. If this is what it takes to get you to leave everybody else in my company alone,
Nope,
Oh
not
my
happening.
God,
like I
what?
said.
Really? No,
Oh
honey,
no,
just
no,
you.
I know you won't. But at
Not
the end of the
happening.
day, nobody else would sit here like this besides me.
Well, I mean,
So
You're a martyr.
I
That's
mean,
amazing.
I thought you wanted, I mean, literally,
okay, all right.
you asked to be
So
brought on, I did, and I owed you an apology and I gave it to you. This is a different
yeah,
matter. Would anybody else in
I didn't
here?
realize
Maybe not.
this.
I don't know.
So,
Yeah,
Jerry
I
and
don't know.
Patty, you both
what
have
I'm gonna say.
the voice
Listen,
memo. Was there a
uh,
voice memo?
Oh, she was gonna play. I can play it if she. I said she was. I was gonna give her the opportunity to play it. But yes, I do have the voice memo.
Whoever wants to play it, so if you found it, maybe it'll
and
clear some
remember,
things
make
up.
sure you
No, it won't.
say the date because I got my reply back from the 24th. Go ahead.
Go ahead. If you have the date that you sent the voice memo, that would be great. The voice message.
October 11th, 11:31 a.m. And I emailed compliance October 11th at 12:27 p.m.
And what's your voice? Let me hear your voice message that you sent him.
And then I got to start it over because you can't rewind it.
Right.
Okay, so there's this girl that got
October
canceled,
11th.
and it was a day before Leadership Summit that she got canceled, like legit went crazy. And she was the one who told me that she wasn't able to get added onto another consultant's account, and then she just wrote me today, and they used her maiden last name, and then she was able to do it, and they did not ask for a social. So
And
now
she
she's
called
no
over the
longer
phone to do that.
So I think we might be good.
See,
There you
I
go.
think we might
There
be
you go.
good, which is why
There
I
you go.
emailed compliance to make sure.
No, that was not that. That was her reaching out to you, telling you how she went about it to get on that account by using her maiden last name. So
And
they
I
wouldn't catch
said
on,
this.
Patty. That had
Listen.
nothing to do with compliance. You were skating around how to get around it for him to join your team and how he was going to join his wife under that so they can rejoin a canceled consultant with Paparazzi Accessories, breaking the policies and procedures, period. And I believe that you want to be held accountable like everybody else because you
Yes.
said you have those morals and ethics.
Yes, and that is why when I emailed compliance, I talked about both of those people. I mentioned what happened with her, why I thought it was okay. I just found out from a previously canceled consultant less than a year that she was able to be added to someone's account as a co-owner, but used her maiden name to do it. So I congratulated her for being back, but then second guessed myself. I have another canceled consultant less than a year whose wife, who was never on an account, just joined my team. They were going to call and see if he could be added, but I told him I wasn't sure. I also congratulated them for being back. And now I'm second guessing the whole thing because I do not want to be terminated. I wrote compliance myself. In all of your instances, none of you, besides Heatherdale, wrote compliance yourself when you figured out that
Not true.
compliance also states, if you have
Not
knowledge
true.
of it, you need to tell.
Not true, Patty. Number one,
So-
not true. Number two, oh, go ahead. Who said so? Sorry.
Well, our upline, she knew about our bonus accounts and was pretty happy to collect the paycheck, and she's still a consultant.
Yep, she sure is.
I feel like this is
You don't know if she told also. At the end of the day,
So I guess the story,
I'm
the moral of the story
going to
is,
have to get off now because
okay,
we aren't, I really thought we were going to be able to unite and put an end to this so we could move forward. But over 2 hours, we're just running in circles, running in circles, running in circles. I have 3 little girls downstairs.
I appreciate that.
And after today, like my piece is good.
Okay.
My attention will not be on you all.
Okay.
And okay. I was like, I don't know how to get off without you.
But let me follow up before you say that.
Okay.
So if I'm hearing you right, then the intentions are good. It's all good. And you're not going to move forward with any of this. And agreed. I will not say your name. I will not, since we have here, it's all documented. It's all out. I will not say your name, and I will not regurgitate the story because it's memorialized here, and I'm not going to go live and talk about it anymore. And I respectfully would hope not to see any more karma chameleons and more ridiculous Let's Rumble posts.
Yes. No more from here on out, which is what my intention was when I got on here today. Now, I can't prevent what other people might post or share about you, but I'm not asking them to. Okay. Thank you for 2 hours.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wow, guys.
So it's okay if you tell on yourself, even though you had a big old plan, but as long as you told first, it's okay.
So
future paparazzi consultants, if you've done something, I suggest you mention that to compliance so you don't get canceled.
So if you do something that's cancelable, right? That's horrifically cancelable. And you're like, oops, maybe I just made a mistake. And you go turn yourself in, then you are exempt from all of the paparazzi rules that everybody else is expected to read and follow. Okay. I'm glad that we cleared that up.
For those of you asking why Heather Dill is still here, because
we want her here.
Well, because the canceled consultant that we were referring to that Patty signed up under her was Heather's.
And also,
and they're not in the same line of business. Which
and let me, I do want to say something.
Yeah.
Yes.
That said consultant, we had no problems.
Is this the Chad guy? Sorry, I was kind
Yeah.
of lost there.
Yeah.
Okay.
we weren't supposed to say his
We
name,
weren't
but
supposed
she
to say
did.
his
Right.
name, but Patty
She did.
said his name. And so he's already texting me like, Jesus Christ, because he's afraid of the paparazzi trolls. Because he gets trolled and still gets harassed by this company, even though it's been a while since this has happened.
Not the company, the consultant.
Sorry,
not the company.
The Papa Huns.
Company,
The Papa Huns. Right.
But
I mean, as much as they're my least favorite company, it isn't the company doing it.
Sorry, the Papa Huns. He gets trolled and harassed by the Papa Huns.
Yeah.
I think what was interesting tonight is what Patty mentioned was I didn't realize that she was the karma chameleon who was posting all over our Facebook trying to discredit us.
I mean, honestly, like it's commendable that because she didn't have to own up to that, and
she did.
I gotta like give it to her because that's a pretty big thing to admit to.
And honestly, and I owed her an apology, which I sincerely delivered. I'm glad that is settled, and we don't have any other reason to mention her name, so we will not. But that being said, she did post something today where she said she wasn't going to ask anybody to harass us any longer, but she did post that she asked all of her followers to report our ex-paparazzi consultant support group. I have a screenshot here where she said, will people please report this video?
What, for bullying or something? Is
No,
that what
just report it because
she wants to report the page so she can take us down so we don't have a collective place
so we can't
to talk about paparazzi company.
But what's the reason that Facebook would be like, okay, yeah, that's a valid excuse. Bye.
Here it is. It just says, what does it just say? It literally just says, it's Patty Shovelin. Let me see what it says.
Report this group. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't say why. It doesn't call us anything. It doesn't call for anything but them reporting the group.
Right.
I don't know why anyone.
I just want to know what the thought process was there because
it's just intimidation.
And you guys, we
just
wouldn't
bomb Facebook with
we wouldn't
asking
have
to be
brought
canceled.
Ashley or Heather on if Patty did not say it was okay. That's why we asked her beforehand. So.
And I think Heather wanted to still talk.
Yes, please, Heather. You were interrupted enough.
I, I wanted to say that, Chad was on my team. Me and Chad never had a problem. I think very highly of him. I speak very highly of him. And actually, I asked him, did she turn him in? And he said she never told me that.
Okay.
So,
and it's, for me, I'm going to say this in closing. And I think that also Tracy, who is very much more eloquent with words than I am, is going to say something in closing as well. And my thing is, my very strong passion in Paparazzi is that they're a very vile company. We know that. I feel that way. But my biggest issue with Paparazzi, when I literally started loading my own gun and not shutting the F up about Paparazzi, was the unfair treatment I saw to their consultants with the fear factor that Heather actually also demonstrated, especially as an elite. And it doesn't matter how many times you've been suspended in Paparazzi, it's always for something different. And it's whether or not you wore a football jersey, you said, damn, you still, I know somebody who got canceled for selling Girl Scout cookies. What? She should have read in policies and procedures, you can't sell Girl Scout cookies. So that none of that point is moot. If somebody in the company as high up as that consultant, meaning Patricia Shevlin, thinks that everybody should be held accountable for their actions, then why wasn't she held accountable for her actions? And furthermore, I still want to know, did Paparazzi compliance get all of the correspondence in its entirety? And I sincerely don't think that they did. But guess what? They have it now. And to conclude in that, I would like to now put it in Paparazzi's court, because if Paparazzi truly believes everybody is treated equal and there is no favoritism, then demonstrated clearly here on this show, based on the people we brought on here, that if she is not canceled by Paparazzi company, then in fact there is favoritism in this company, and they pick and choose who they want to cancel, when they want to cancel, and who in fact they choose to harass.
And can I just put out there that I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I don't really know this chick, but like, I don't want to see her lose her livelihood, of course. And I don't think that's the point. I think the point is trying to make the point that Paparazzi is picking and choosing and not being consistent with who they're punishing. It's not that we are trying, well, I say we, I'm not part of this, but it's not like anyone's trying to get her terminated. I think it's more so like, what are you going to do, Paparazzi? Like,
right. And the also the hypocrisy of these leaders who, and I have not heard Patty ever say this. Patty has never said this to her team, but other high-level leaders who pretend like they never break compliance ever, and they're so angelic, tell all their teams, just follow the rules and you'll be okay. Just read those policies, you'll be okay. And it is ridiculous.
It doesn't sound like their policies are very clear.
They're not very clear.
Well, and they also frequently change. Their policy procedure manual electronically changes quite frequently.
It does.
So that's another thing that causes a lot of issues. And I would say that if people were notified, like most companies, when there's a policy change, send you notification there's been a policy change. They do not send notification that policies have been adjusted.
That's right.
But there is small print in every order that states that if you by making a purchase, you agree to the policies and procedures. So every time you buy, you re-agree, whether you've read them or not. And I admit
you're just re-agreeing over and over.
Every time you re-agree.
And
so
Paparazzi consultants, we know, are pretty much making purchases every single day.
Every day. And these policies are over 50 pages long, Savannah.
Yeah, so who's going to read all of them every day to make sure nothing changed?
And Heather had something.
I just want to say that I feel no ill will towards Patty. Like I said, Patty's always been kind to me. My intention tonight was not to make her lose her livelihood, because I know what the fear of losing it is why I resigned. My point.
Sorry.
My point of this is that no one should have to leave a business they love because it's this day it's okay for this one to do it, and this day it's not okay.
Right.
And it's just not okay.
If anything, yeah, paparazzi needs to get their shit together on that front for sure,
Yes.
because that's not fair to anybody.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not. And so when the elite leaders want to claim that there is no favoritism in this company, they know for a fact they're lying. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. So don't sit there and as a leader tell all of your team that there's zero favoritism when in fact it obviously exists.
So the topic got to hear, you guys. I'm seeing a lot of comments and questions. The topic got to hear from convention because our guest would not answer any questions on convention and kept talking in circles. So then
I have 2 points.
She said that our guest could come on.
I mentioned her name and I misspoke, but because of that, she then set a campaign to get on. She wanted to be on. So great, we brought her on. We also were aware, this is not going to get her. It's not our intention to get her canceled from her business. That's not our intention at all. Our intention is just to point out that there are multiple occasions where the same behavior is exhibited and the answer from the compliance department is different.
When it comes down to it, it's paparazzi. Paparazzi
Yes, it
is the
company.
target. Yeah. I mean, and it sucks. Like, you don't want any casualties along the way, but
no.
But let me say this, they don't want any casualties along the way, but as soon as a consultant gets canceled, all of the people in the company are informed that you are the mortal enemy and you are to not listen to anything that they say and that they deserved it. And if they just didn't break the rules, then they will still be here. Bye, boo, your fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So you want to know about the fear of losing your business when you're canceled for the most minor things. Now, there's times that I've been suspended and I freaking deserved it. But I'm telling you, I wish you guys saw the Karma Chameleon video, but she said, she's not going to do that anymore. But it proves that I will, if you're a rat, I'm going to call out a rat. I'm just the way that I am. And so there's many times I should have been canceled from paparazzi based on my feisty behavior because they are sunshine and rainbows coming out of their asses. But, and sure, absolutely. So am I bitter that they canceled me? No, I already loaded the gun. Okay. What I am pissed off about, which is the same thing I was pissed off about when I was in paparazzi and sick to my stomach, was the way they treat these consultants, the way that it is not fair across the table, the way that there is favoritism, and the way that these elites will say, just follow the rules and everything will be okay and there is no favoritism is a blatant lie. And I am so glad today that I can, for a fact, prove that that is a fact. And I want anybody in paparazzi to refute it now.
Can we let Heather talk?
I've heard all of you say, or Jerry and
Tracy.
I'm sorry, Tracy. I've heard y'all say how paparazzi consultants that passed away due to COVID, whether it be due to convention or not to convention, I will not go there. However, their accounts got wiped. I'm going to say this, as sad as that is, it is disgusting. It is sad. But a resigned consultant that's been with the company for 7.5 years got wiped just as quickly.
Correct.
I believe that. I believe
That's
that.
correct.
Boom.
Correct.
Never existed. 7.5 years, never existed.
Correct. But they love your guts. They love your guts.
And also, we were asked earlier about posting GoFundMe's. I've had a post up on my personal page that has existed since, I don't know, August 8th.
August 25th.
Oh, August 25th. I apologize. August 25th, with asking for information about anything to do with the consultants so we could spread awareness of any fundraising that was going on, any needs or even wants that their families had, if we could help in any way. I have personally contributed to GoFundMe's. I do that anonymously because that's how I feel it is appropriate to make donations. So I'm not going to be able to provide receipts. I make anonymous donations because I think I didn't know any of these people personally, whereas I know that others did.
Can I make a point about that? Like, that really rubbed me the wrong way, though, the way she was talking about it. Like, not to
That
throw
hurt
her
my
under
feelings.
the...
And I've only got 3 feelings. So,
the thing is that, like, I mean, she was making it sound like the only way you can help the show that you care about the people who died is by like donating and sharing their GoFundMes, and I really don't think that that's the case at all, especially in this particular situation with Paparazzi, with how they were just so willing to just pretend like these people never existed.
Exactly.
They needed more. The families needed more than just, oh, here's $50, you know, like the exposure and talking about it and like talking about them is, to me, I mean, money isn't everything, and like there was just no justice. So it's, yeah, it was really, really important to talk about it too. It's not just donating to a GoFundMe, and God, I had to bite my tongue really hard to not say all that, but like,
let me tell you, all these high level elites who are now, because they're pulling at any type of strings to discredit Tracy and Feisty and keep their teams from listening to this rhetoric. They say that, well, how come these girls didn't do GoFundMe accounts? Well, I returned and I looked at the GoFundMe accounts, and very high level leaders who are making $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 a month donated $100, Savannah Marie.
Right.
The same ones who are out there trying to say what they cared about them so much, why didn't they do a GoFundMe account? Let me tell you what I've done with my commissions, and I shouldn't have to, because people who know me know that my commissions went far and wide to help people, and I never boasted about it or bragged about it. So with you making that much money and these were your teammates, why are you telling people who are not affiliated with the team that they need the GoFundMe accounts? Why didn't you pay for the effing funeral, you piece of shit? Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Jerry.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry.
I don't think that the company set a great example. And I think that people who live in fear of losing their livelihood follow the example set by their company. I think it's hard to be a decent human being when your company is not mirroring decent human behavior. And their company is a business, of course, but it is also owned by human beings who want it to be very personal.
Well,
but
I mean, not
the
to bring
approach
it,
was as impersonal as you can possibly be. Goodbye, you've passed away, you're gone. We don't know
not
who
to
you
just
are.
like bring it into the anti-MLM world or whatever, but I mean, we see it a lot with these companies, is that the founders are treated like celebrities. Like you know, they're on a very public stage, and I think they really set the tone and they set expectations more than any other company, like a normal business would. And especially Paparazzi, from what I've seen anyway.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well,
Correct.
I feel like the point of tonight was to make an apology for a misstatement that was done. Do I think Patty Shevlin is a nice person? I sure do. I really do. And I think she tries very hard to help, you know, bring her team along with her success. I think she models what she can and, you know, models what she can to do to help people, because everybody has a different journey, of course. But I admire that she came on and admitted that she had been the secret poster on the videos, all of that.
Yeah, that was big.
But I think that what also came to light tonight is that people who have been very successful in that company have been canceled for the same things that other people have done. And it's just not consistent. And that fear, that stress, it is to be expected there. It is a culture of fear. It is a culture of suppressing your own personality and mirroring the personality that is dictated to you. And that is one of the hallmarks of a cult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I honestly feel
mic drop
that a consultant should not have to take the heat because of compliance's feelings today.
That's exactly it.
You know, I mean, Jerry should not be, I'm just using this for example, Jerry should not be terminated for wearing different earrings on her live, and I come live and I wear different earrings, but she's terminated and I'm okay. Correct. Well, Jerry's not going to like me because of that, and it's not my fault. It's compliance's fault. They do this.
It's the company's fault. The company has created compliance. I want to make something very clear before we exit.
Yes,
because paparazzi hides
Yes.
behind their compliance, stating that when it's in compliance hands, it's out of our hands. They're just a third party. That is absolute bullshit. They have everything to do with compliance. And I have witnessed how if you kiss enough butt and get out of trouble, that they will flip the decision. So it's not entirely out of the founder's hands and or your elite services rep hand. And that is absolutely false, because the founders hide behind that saying, boo-boo, it's out of my hands. Just don't break the rules.
I mean, let's be honest. Does anyone really buy the line that the owner of the company has nothing to do with compliance when they micromanage every other aspect of their business?
That's what I was just about to ask, because obviously out of everyone here, I've never been in paparazzi, but like I would think that the owners
jealous.
But like I would think that anyone like a CEO or an owner of a company would at least have some say over that. I mean, I don't know how these businesses work, but you would think
it just doesn't make sense.
It seems like a cop out. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. I just don't buy it. I don't buy that at all.
I don't
buy that they have no responsibility. It's never out of their hands. They own the business. They have ultimate responsibility for it. It's a privately held company. It's privately held.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So what do you mean you don't have any say over it?
There's no board of directors to overrule their decisions. There's no secret compliance police that oversee them like the FBI. It's not a government agency. If they try to keep it neutral so that they're not personally involved in it, okay. But there's no way you can tell me that they don't get a report from compliance, that compliance doesn't answer to them, that they don't know what goes on. And if they don't know what goes on, that in and of itself is ridiculous. They own the company. You're responsible for it, just like you're responsible for behavior of any employee when you are a business owner. You should
certainly at least know what's going on.
Right.
In all aspects of the business, but in compliance especially, because there are literally government agencies who are involved in that. You know, the FTC could get on their ass if their compliance isn't. I mean, we're seeing it right now with Black Oxygen Organics. I don't know if any of you guys are up to date with that fucking company, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
with Boo, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Their compliance was, it was they didn't even have a compliance department. And now all their shit's being held by the FDA, and they could get in trouble with
the FDA can hold their shit, because no one taking Boo can hold theirs.
Okay, guys, I am going to jump off. I do want to say this. I know that I will take backlash off of this.
Me too.
But I'm okay with that, because if I stand up for what is right, then that is my integrity. 100%. If I do not speak out, then I am just as bad as some of the fake people. And my mother would want me to keep my integrity.
100%.
So, thank you guys. I love you. And
thanks for coming, Heather. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
So I got a question that said, how much did these women hate paparazzi when they were cashing their commission checks? Well,
their convention checks.
Commission checks.
Oh, commission checks. I think that I can honestly say that until I felt like I was treated poorly by them, I didn't hate them. But when it came to light what they were doing, how I watched them treat other people, I couldn't ignore that. So it's kind of a strange question to me. How much did I hate paparazzi when they paid me?
I mean, but it's not fair to compare your mindset while you were in an actual cult to now that you're out of it and your mind is much more clear. What's up, Jerry?
I can answer it though, because the last year of my life in paparazzi, I hated it. And the people who watched me go live and my team who talks to me now, who is factual, also was actually ecstatic that I did get canceled. I mean, they were bummed because they thought it was unfair. It wasn't unfair. I loaded the gun, but and I don't talk about God like other people do, but I know that God knew I was not going to pull the trigger on my own, and he took care of it. But my actions led to that. But I purposely did it because I was looking for a way out. I felt so disgusted so disgusted with my commission checks and where I knew this money was coming from, and that I could not stand. I literally detested the founders, and I put them in a chat group and told them how I felt about them. And I'm surprised I wasn't canceled right then and there. And that is a fact. And I read it to my team because I was sticking up for not only me, but every single consultant out there who has been treated unfairly by compliance. And I use specific examples about it. And I'm going to pull up those damn compliance emails so I can read them, and you can hear how bad I ripped compliance before I ripped the founders on that.
At the end of the day, though, it's a mindset, though.
It is
I
a
mean, and
mindset.
it changes.
It
Yeah,
is a mindset.
it really
It
is.
And nobody who does not, and that's why I understand the position Patty's in, because I know how much money she makes. And I was making almost $40,000 a month when I left Paparazzi, and I'm still standing strong, bitches.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But honestly, this is my truth. I don't expect the company to be shut down by anything that we do, but I would hope by shedding light on how unfair some of the policies are, that maybe they would take into consideration how they treat people and treat them differently. That's my hope. I hope for change. And if that change doesn't happen, I hope that the people who are harmed by that behavior leave and don't continue to be harmed.
Correct.
I hope they can find a way out. I hope that they are financially secure, that they did not lose their livelihoods,
Correct.
that they have a way to get out and be financially whole, that they're emotionally whole, that they're not abusing them, to the point where they're so down on themselves because they're not succeeding that they can't get out.
Correct.
I just want people to know that there are other options and that there is life after being in that company, especially if you were somebody like, if we can't mirror to you that while we were very successful and did great in our businesses, and then we're kicked out and are still building successful businesses, that you can do it too and we're willing to help, that's what we're here for. But I don't want to do that by disparaging people who didn't do anything wrong to me or anyone that I know, which was the whole point of having Patty on, to apologize to her. And I hope that, I don't feel in my heart that she is somebody who abuses a downline or a team or behaves that way. But I also don't believe that the rest of that unfairness doesn't exist. Just because she is a great example of it doesn't mean that the majority of them are not doing what we're talking about.
I will say the example, because I'm just saying, the example that was obviously laid out here tonight is that how she felt about compliance and how she felt that there should be justice and compliance across the board with whomever and whenever it may be. But then it flips that, just as long as you turn yourself in, you're okay. And I know plenty of people who've turned themselves in and still got canceled, right?
I mean, in the court of law, and she wanted to bring up DUIs and stuff. Let's bring up DUIs. If you committed a murder and you're still gonna get.
I can't.
Yeah, if you committed a murder and you turn yourself in.
Questions. Why do they have to be avoided? All the questions we asked. I thought the point was to squash the beef tonight. I genuinely did. And I totally agree with her. Let's wave the white flag. Let's squash the beef with her. But the thing is,
put your head in. You're not in.
None of our questions got answered. They were all just talked in a circle, which got a little frustrating.
It was a little ironic that she said, I just sat here for 2 hours and all we've done is talk in a circle. And I'm like,
well, listen, let's play devil's advocate here, because Patty probably, I mean, she was blindsided, first of all. She didn't, I mean, I think she expected a lot of the people who came in, but put yourself in her situation. She got overly defensive, but I think it's easy for anyone to go on the defense like that. Mm-hmm. And when you're in that situation, maybe you're not thinking super clearly, whatever it is, I think a lot can be said that the situation probably was not easy for her to handle.
Oh no, I thought that was admirable. I take nothing away from her.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hear that, it's not fair. It's not equitable, and something needs to change. Can we talk about that?
If you want to come on
here. But hold on. I want to say this. I refuse to come and do this over and over and over again. And it was her that pushed me into a corner to do it. And literally, how many times did I say no? Even up to today, I said I will not.
Well, she flat out called you a coward on social media. She flat out said that you were a coward and wouldn't come on.
For anybody out there who says I set this up, to completely bash her, that is completely false. Completely false. I am not the one who asked for this. I am not the one that pushed me in a corner, called me a coward, and said that they are ready to rumble. It was not me.
She literally made 2 TikTok videos and over 50 posts requesting to be on our
With me.
tea time.
Her issue was with me, and she wanted to hash it out.
And I literally chatted with her this afternoon and then said, I don't think Jerry wants to come on. She's very upset and she doesn't want to do it. And she's taunted you until she got what she asked for, your presence. So I don't have a whole lot of sympathy if she was blindsided. She knew she'd upset Jerry, and Jerry said she didn't want to come. And I was just going to give her my apology and let her talk about her friend and
but the other 2 girls too who came on, like, I mean, they weren't here at the beginning. We were all in the room together before we went live, minus Ashley and Heather. So so there was some blindsiding there. So I mean, at least you have to give her that.
Kind of like Karma Chameleon.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, how ironic that's what
but
she named it.
We did ask her if they could come on. So
we asked her beforehand.
She did say, of course. She said,
it was not a complete blindside, Savannah. We actually asked her permission to have them on the show. I promise you, we did.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, never mind.
Come on in the beginning, but we actually did ask her if it was okay if they came on. We literally asked her first.
So okay, all right.
That was not meant to be like, this is your life,
like a gotcha moment.
No. We asked her first. Because we literally asked her first.
Because Jerry even said, like, was going to segue into Ashley coming on. Ashley was not prepared to come on, so then we were kind of like, sorry, Jerry, you didn't read the message before we went live. But Heather wanted to explain something with Ashley. So that's why we asked her before. She said that she was fine with her coming on to speak her truth. Then she said, well, if Ashley's not coming on, she doesn't want to talk about her. So
and then Ashley's like, no, I want to come on. I've changed my mind. And I understand why Ashley did not feel she changed her mind more than once, because it's hard to admit you made a huge mistake and you were canceled with I did the same thing. Yes, I made a huge mistake and it came back out. I did not volunteer that information to compliance and I was canceled. I read all my compliance emails. My truth is out there for anybody to see. Ashley was just, it was very upsetting to her because she didn't think she had done anything that everybody else wasn't doing. She thought it was just a way to get through red tape. So yeah, it's embarrassing.
Which was clearly demonstrated by her leader.
But again, all I'm saying is compliance does not have there's no consistency. That's all I'm trying to say. Really, that's just a summary of it. Is there's no consistency, and that is something that I think a current paparazzi consultant can talk about when they have had the same. That she's still current. The rest of us are canceled. So I have a hard time defending. They want to defend a company. No, you can't defend that.
Paparazzi deserves zero defense. I'm
exactly.
Sorry.
That's just it's hard to stomach. It's really hard to stomach.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's just I always do have sympathy for people who are in MLMs that like I truly feel like they are clouded, and I don't know her. But I get the feeling that she is a little misled in that way, and I really have no doubt in my mind that she is a good person in her heart and all that stuff. But yeah, no, I definitely can see that there's some that she's been misled too, and it's easy to be misled when you're making the kind of money she supposedly is. You know, money talks. There's a lot that goes into it for sure, and
there is, but you know, again, her strong opinion about the way that compliance should be held was her strong opinion even before we brought this up, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
And so I do trust me. I know what Heather feels. I know what she felt. Anybody who is in this company who is a target, because there are targets, or B, who is elite, knows what it's like to literally have panic attacks almost daily on whether or not you can even log into your back office to purchase $5 crappy jewelry from a company that doesn't deserve your dedication. And if anybody, I keep on reading comments of these are bitter women. You know what? I am one of the few, me and Tracy are one of the few people who will stand up against this horde of Papa Huns who are defending this company more than any other MLM Hun that I've ever seen. They are so raunchy and so horrific. And guess what? Y'all don't scare me. If you want to say that I'm bitter, I don't care. Suck it. Whatever. Honestly. But the matter of the fact is, the only way that I can feel better about all the people that I brought into this vile company and the Kool-Aid I drank from Papa Puke is me rectifying it and speaking up, even if I'm going to get bullied by all these people. Bring on the bullying. I don't care. I will still run my business. I will still do my thing, and I will still speak up against paparazzi in my experiences.
I mean, maybe it's just because I've been like speaking out against MLMs for like 3 years now, and I've gotten all the comments and all this shit. Like at this point, and maybe hopefully this will help you like not give a shit about what the dumbass trolls are saying. But like, I mean, really, I see them as brainwashed people. And it's sad to me when people show up and I've looked at the comments a little bit here and there. Like I've been trying to, I shouldn't, because every time I do, I'm like, okay, never mind. Like I need to focus on having my conversation with you guys. But at the end of the day, it's just sad to see people like so blatantly get so defensive over a company. And the points go right over their head. You know, you can't reason with these people just in the same way why you can't reason with cult members. There's a reason why cult deprogrammers exist, and there are it is the same exact thing. And that's why I always say that my content, my YouTube content, is not made for those people, because you can't get through to them most of the time.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, there's one thing for, you know, someone like you, Jerry, who's still in an MLM, but like you clearly know what's going on and you're not clouded in any way.
Never again.
Well, I mean, I gotta say that for the most part, you're kind of like an outlier, because these companies they create an environment that is culty.
Trust me.
Is part of the I mean, it's part of the territory. It comes with the territory of a multi-level marketing company. It's very easy to happen. So,
and if anybody wonders what we're talking about, the BITE, BITE, the BITE
model,
is what we're talking about. And you can Google it. There's a million things about it. The BITE model. I'm sorry, I said method. The BITE model. Describes behavior that cults utilize to keep people as a member of their cult. And if you review those items, and if you watch LuLaRich, you're going to see so many similarities to what your toxically positive upline and team members are going to do in this company, that even though you are not making money, if you're not making money, or you're not making very much money and you're working extremely long hours and you're buying jewelry, you're not having sales, you're not making sales, and the jewelry's not moving, and you're missing out on new, it's your fault you're not succeeding.
Yeah.
No, I can't anymore with that. We worked really hard.
That's the E in the BITE model, is emotional control there.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. So,
and for those comments who said these girls shouldn't be talking about anybody who's not there to defend them, you need to rewatch and watch the entire video if you want to, which is now 2 hours and 50 minutes, when they were all here to speak their truths, and we are now wrapping it up. So peace out.
The comments. I mean, I appreciate that people tuned in to watch. I know our message won't reach everyone. I hope if it reaches somebody who needs assistance, we have a recovering paparazzi consultants group where we're just trying to give people support. If you want to move on with retail, if you just want to talk to other people who've been in the business and had an issue with it like we did, or like you did, if you want to tell your story, you just want to hang out with people who know what you've been through. It's like when the veterans of foreign wars come back and go to the VFW. Maybe you were in Vietnam and maybe you were in World War I or II, but you all sit around and know that you fought the battle together. We have a group for that. So
but I don't want to make it sound like, hold on, because this is going to come back to bite us. Literally bite, not the BITE model, to bite us.
Consultants only.
Okay. But not just that. I want to make it clear. It's not, hey, boo, did you have some PSTD today because of paparazzi? It's more like we also do post ridiculous posts by people who are like, hey, let's get ready to rumble and things like that. So those posts do go in there as well. Let's get real. So when
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. No, a lot of it's like people who've had a crappy day and post sarcastic shit and yeah. Anyway.
and sarcastic things about paparazzi. So I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know that that's
Yeah.
what's in there. It's not about, hey, I
Okay.
need help with my retail business. Can you help me clip coupons? It's not that at all. But we
Yeah.
are there to support each
So-
other that went through a horrific
Oh, go ahead.
experience.
Stick your head in. I scooted
We've
over.
gotten repeated questions if we are going to keep the Crack the Crown group. It's not called Crack the Crown. It's called Recovering Paparazzi Consultants. If you're at a paparazzi and you're happy about it.
Literally, if you're at a paparazzi and you're happy about it, it tells you
Um,
everything in the name.
For a while there, I can say that the post probably did get a little out of control because we didn't have post approval on. And we can admit that. We haven't gone through and cleaned the entire group.
We're trying. We have jobs. We're trying.
No.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
I know.
But we know that people are not all in the group that are not all cancel consultants. But yes, we will be keeping the group because that group is made to help cancel consultants. Those who are negative, we can't do anything about that. We really can't. We can't do anything.
I mean,
about
there's
those
all
that are
kind of
negative
people in the
group.
world. Not everybody's happy. Some
Yeah,
of
but
them
if
are
you
mad
have-
as hell, and then,
movement
yeah.
If you're if you have an admin and then there's like post approval and stuff, at least there's that. So like the negative,
We're
you
trying.
can control
Yeah,
not letting the negativity in.
We've gotten better as we've grown. When I started it, it was like for the 10 people I knew, I didn't expect
Dude.
it to grow to 500 and something people in 3 weeks. I didn't expect that to happen. But
Yeah,
it is
that's
getting
Probably
big.
100 of them. Probably 100 of them are trolls, anyways. So it's really not 500 ex-consultants. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like,
mean, you know what? Here's how I think about trolls. If you're interested enough to see what we're doing, maybe you are secretly questioning it yourself and you want to come on over, baby.
There's a
Exactly.
lot of deflection,
Come
yeah,
on
in,
over.
in these kind of
Come on
things.
over, baby.
If you're at a paparazzi and you're happy about it, move on with your life. Do you mean bitter about it? Savannah Miller.
Oh, honey, yeah, bitter. I mean, bitter I ever joined? Sure. Am I salty? Yes, ma'am.
I think we already
could give
covered
you-
the bitter
yeah,
thing. No one
yeah.
here is bitter.
I could give you high blood pressure if you talk to me long enough because I got a lot of salt, baby. But
Yes.
that being said, I mean, I
But I
can't
love-
change
I
it,
love-
so I'm moving on.
I love Tracy's quote on this because she says this all the time. If I want to be bitter, that's my effing right. If I want to be bitter with what I went through and my experiences, that is my feelings, and I will project them the way I want to because I'm a human being. Whether or not you feel like it's okay to be human and be bitter, that's your problem.
I think you're allowed to be bitter.
Whether or not you want to portray me as passionate or trying to rectify or just straight up bitter, I don't care what you label me, but I have a big mouth that's not going to shut up.
I think you're allowed to be bitter as long as you're not like hurting other people. You
Correct.
know?
No.
But I mean, I guess the
Correct.
argument can be made that the whole
And-
compliance thing with Patty, like I don't know, like I hope that people know that the intention is not to ruin Patty's life. It's just
I
you
hope
know.
Patty's successful. Can we all agree? We hope Patty's
I mean, I
successful.
would love to see Patty start her own business like you
I think
guys
Patty
did.
would do freaking amazing with her own boutique. She has the best style.
Oh, yeah.
She has the best style. I know she likes paparazzi. That's what's for her. I wish absolutely no ill will on Patty. Patty is a nice person. I will say that multiple times. I've always thought she was a nice person. That's why I was so shocked when I found out that Karma Chameleon was her. I was like,
Yeah, we were surprised.
no way.
Yeah, because she's usually very
I
positive.
I
Let's just say
accept her
positive.
apology. I hope
Absolutely.
she accepts hers.
Absolutely.
Um,
No hard feelings with her
No
at all.
hard feelings at all.
And I
We
don't
will not
think-
be speaking her name again after this
Well, I mean,
video.
I'm not saying I'm
After
not
this
I
video.
can speak her name in kindness. I'm not
Yes, of
lumping
course.
her into any negativity.
Yes.
But I also
Correct.
think that I hope that she's exceptional in many ways.
Correct.
But I think she's the exception to the rule. Unfortunately, too many people have come out and given us stories that don't
Yeah, it
that
sounds
don't
like
tell
it.
the same tale. And
But
I'm
she's
happy
also-
for people who are with her.
She's also a prime example of the rule that depending on who they want to pick and choose to cancel, such as Ashley, that other people can violate it and not cancel them. So just saying.
I think it's just a good warning too, that if that is how a business works, you might want to second guess how much control you've given of your livelihood over to a group of anonymous people who not only will not tell you their names, they will not give you, there's no appeal process to compliance, by the way,
Okay.
short of suing them, which is very expensive. So, I don't know, y'all. I think we made all of our points on tonight's video. Our apologies were made and accepted, which is always a positive thing. Anybody want to mention anything in summary? Because Mark Ferreira told me I should sing it out, but I don't know. I don't want to violate anybody's ears after we.
I don't want to summarize anything, but I do want to say that if there's anyone watching who is afraid to leave paparazzi because of like the just disgusting comments that are even on just this video, but like anyone else is just, I mean, it's bad, but like speaking from experience, I really don't think that you should be scared of them because they're brainwashed people, and you know what, you might be one of them too. But guess what, if you ever decide to turn around and look at things from a realistic perspective, a logical perspective, we are here for you. Not only just the ex-paparazzis, there's a whole anti-MLM movement if you feel that you fall into that, where I feel like people are very welcoming and will welcome you with open arms, you know, like if you need support getting out, you know, if you're projecting right now, if you're one of those commenters and you're projecting all your dumb shit in the comments, like maybe it's you.
I knew it. I saw it coming. Mommy's a mommy.
I mean, I'm not, I have you guys full screen. I can't even see the comments, but like, I know they're there.
You're accurate, girl. You're accurate. It's accurate.
Anyone can get the help they need from our community, despite how brainwashed you are right now. So that's all I want to say. There's a place for you. There's a place for you to heal and to vent your frustrations. There are plenty of places for you.
I have just one more thing to say. Guys, if you think that the posts in the recovering paparazzi consultants groups are negative, most of the posts are screenshots from paparazzi consultants being negative. So the people that are making it negative are the paparazzi consultants talking crap about us. So, and they're just defending themselves. So
we do have a little bit of a fun.
I guess if you think that's negative, I guess if you think it's negative that we're making fun of the people making fun of us, then
it's a vicious cycle of mockery.
No, like literally, she's right. All the posts that are on there are literally screenshots of what these high-end elites have put on their paparazzi Facebook pages. We take those screenshots and say, "Here's today's news."
Literally,
so all those negative posts,
today's drama session.
All of those negative posts come straight from your elite leaders that you worship. Amen.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny. They are mostly screenshots. It's not original posts. They're just screenshots of people talking smack. But anyway, thank you for moderating tonight, Savannah. You actually were necessary at many points. So
I think I was too. Not to toot my own horn, but I tootity toot. I feel like yeah.
No, you didn't.
I don't. Yes, I did. And I totally did. I don't want to think about how off the rails it would have been had there not been someone here not really knowing what the fuck was going on half the time.
Right.
Because you guys were like throwing out names. I was like, I don't know.
You don't know the players, but you know the game, baby.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll probably, I mean, if everyone's okay with this, I'll probably post it on my YouTube.
You're welcome to.
Fine.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be a lot of editing.
Yeah, I've been toying with the idea of, do I want to edit it or do I just want to put it up in full? I don't know.
Put it up in full. I say put it up in full.
So that way there's no
cool. Because if you
the context is all
correct. There. If you edit it, they will say that you edit it to side one way or the other.
I mean, I'll come out and say right now I'm on your guys' side. If that wasn't obvious.
Again, don't edit it.
If anyone
point made. Savannah Marie, point made. Don't edit it.
If wants to come on Tea Time, that's a current consultant that has a lot to say about us.
Oh my God, we're gonna go into after hour tea time now.
Go ahead. If somebody wants,
I'm tired.
Stop inviting. That has a lot of stuff to say. we can squash it just like we did with her. So
Oh no, she didn't. Did you hear that challenge? I'm tired and I have to pee. I'm just
Okay. I mean, we had a.
I'm tired too. My
I
husband,
know
my
I'm being
husband's been with the
extra
kids for
salty
3
tonight. I have the
hours.
world's biggest mug. It's like the size of my face.
That is pretty big.
That was some legit tea tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, my husband's been with the baby for 3 hours, so and my
He's
boobs
like-
are getting a little full.
You're
so.
like, it's time. Yeah, it's time.
So, oh my
Thank
God,
you.
I love it. So Tracy and I will be doing tea times. We're going to have other consultants on here as well, telling their stories. We're also going to talk about the effects of multi-level marketing, especially just paparazzi, when it does lead to a literally post-traumatic stress disorder, which people have experienced. So there's a whole lot of discussions we're going to do continually with Tea Time. So if you want to follow it and follow us, hey, you want to love us or hate us, we're here. Go ahead. Yay.
And whether you love us or hate us, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to change your mind a little bit tonight. And thank you very much, Savannah, for being the mediator. Really, you
Thanks
were
for-
invaluable. We really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you.
me. It was
And
fun.
I guess we'll be back next Tuesday
Next Tuesday.
with Tea Time. Thanks, everybody.
Stay
Bye.
feisty.
Bye.
Bye.